H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, where we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it is Monday. A whole lot of stuff been going on. Hey, Belinda, how you doing? And I don't know where to start, but I know I hate that I want to share with us this week. So y'all get prepared. Because I know we got a lot of stuff to talk about today, but at some point, I got to tell y'all, or we got to talk about this article between Ethan Thomas and Chuck Modina. When he gave us the thing, he said, anti-blackness is profitable. And most of us on this feed is black. So we need to know this. That's a term that I probably know they use it, but I didn't know anti-blackness was profitable. And we got to understand it. So we're going to talk about that week. We're going to talk about this week. But I know, I got a question. I'm going to talk to you. Let's share the show. Share the show. I know it's Monday, but share the show. I think it's a subject that y'all want to talk about today. I think it's a subject y'all want to talk about. Y'all just let me know. It is a certain thing y'all want to talk about. Y'all want to talk about Dallas Cowboys? That ain't that no more. They're Griggs, yeah. They winning. They're good. They're good. Dallas Cowboys. Okay. They're good. They're good. But ain't there something out there that y'all want to talk about today? I mean, have y'all been seeing the post? Have y'all been seeing the post, Dale? Dale, we're going to talk about Dallas won, y'all. Dallas won, y'all. They beat that break. They scored 33 points in a row, I think, in one quarter. You can get that from the newspaper. But I want to hear y'all's opinion. I'm not going to sit up here and talk because I learned this weekend. Shout out to Mo Elrod. I went over to see his share the show, everybody. I did. Share the show, everybody. I went over there to watch Still Got Game last night. I can't believe I didn't see a lot of y'all there. I cannot believe y'all missed this short movie, 15 minutes long. Unbelievable movie. I just can't believe. Houston, we got to do better. Y'all got to understand, I don't tell y'all everything that goes on. When I give y'all something, you bring somebody on this show, we got to go support it. You follow me? We are on race. The people whining about Deion leaving, but I didn't see no consortium of businessmen getting together in Jackson, Mississippi, like I told y'all they need to do in Houston, Texas, and build a collective. Y'all got to realize it's a certain amount of money a university can pay a coach. Just a certain amount of money. That's it. The rest have to come from outside donors. Where were the donors at in Jackson, Mississippi? Where were the businesses? And I'm going to get there. But hey, Tina, where were the businesses, Tina? Where were the black businesses? Where were the businesses who benefited the hotels, the rental cars, the restaurants, the shoe shine guy, the detail guy? All of these people that benefited from his 3 years there, they couldn't get together and say, hey, man, let's offer him something. When Lane Kiffin on the other side of town in Mississippi, he losing, and they giving him an extension at Ole Miss. But y'all just said, well, Deion, he's just gonna. Don't ever take nobody for granted. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you something I know. Don't y'all ever take your husband for granted. Take your girlfriend, take your wife for granted and see what happens. Somebody gonna come off her bag. Listen. Listen to me, y'all. I want to hear y'all. I know y'all waiting to hear me. I know Gary said he come. I want to hear from y'all. Believe you me, I got enough material about this to fill up this show all this week. We don't talk about nothing else. And I can go, I got stuff all week. But my thing is, I want to hear your, because I don't want you to be skewed by my opinion, D. White. I want to hear from y'all. Then I'm gonna go. Listen to me. I'm good. Y'all, if you've been on this show before Deion came along, if you ever was on this show, some lucky people on. Let me see if I got some of my old heads on here. My more about. Let me see. They've been on this show for 4 or 5 years, right? I'm trying to see. Y'all share the show. This finna be powerful. This finna be powerful. But I said 6 years ago, then 5 years ago, then 4 years ago, that a 5-star gonna go to a HBCU. McCure Maker went up to Howard. It didn't pan out for him. But I didn't say it was gonna pan out. I can't predict the future. But years ago, I said, D. White, you wasn't here, D. White. That's why people be wanting, like Chris talking about, man, you just always crushing on Deion. Man, let me tell you something. I ain't seen nothing like this. I haven't seen nothing like that. Y'all, I didn't even know who Coach Dooley was. The dude that coached at Prairie View. I didn't even know who he was. I wasn't thinking about no HBCU football. I'm telling you, Robert Haddle was not thinking about it till this man hit this campus. Brandon said, I went to HBCU and a PW. I understand that everybody feeling hurt, but he did enough. The rest, I like that. Prime time as a grown man, do what you hell you gonna do with your life. Yeah, I understand that. I like it. I like all of it. I'm just looking at your comments. Prime time. See, I want some people who disagree with him, because I know y'all waiting to hear me. I want the people who come on here talking about him. We got people tweeting about it and then sending me both fake articles about people talking about him. I done learned, a lot of y'all sit up here and listen to this chop shop. I hear it, but y'all don't listen. I done told you, whenever you see an article, go and check the source. Where did it come from? Just cause the articles is agreeing with the stupid ass stuff you saying, don't mean it's true. It mean both of y'all. Both of y'all stuck in y'all little echo chamber. And ain't gonna be able to hear but from each other. And I be laughing. I be trying to help you. I be trying to try to throw stuff out there, because there's certain stuff that I know that you're not privy to. But I try to give it to you. Stephen Adams, what you got to say about it? Won't you hear you? I want to hear everybody comments. Y'all always got something to say when I got something to say. Karen Roach, you one of those opinionated. What you think about Deion Sanders right now? Who? Honestly, you gave me Elton Moore. He says more to it. I don't think it's about money, but more about moving him away from the swag. Wait. Elton, you own to something. Elton, you own to something. See, when I see something, Elton, I'm going to have to mark that one. Elton said, it's more to it. I don't think it's all about money, but more about moving him away from the swag. He flipping. Elton been listening to this show. Elton, I know you've been listening, because I've been saying that forever. But you go to work, you get paid. Wish it could work out for you. Yes. People post articles from trickme.com. Rick, you know they are. And then posting it and adding me on it like I'm gonna bleed that mess. Not Robert Haddle. I was born that night, but not last night. He said, then the JS fans are doing some kind of chant saying bye. Yes, but man, Odyssey. Let me put it up on the word. Odyssey. The key word in that is fan. I keep telling y'all. Fan is the root word of fanatic. Fan is the root word. Go look up fanatic, and then you'll know what a fan is. King George was the blues song they were singing. Okay. I don't care. I don't. Melvin, dude, stupid stuff like that don't matter to me because it's coming from fans. And see, we waste our time with that stupidity like Melvin dude's talking about. We don't got time to. We got, it's something bigger than that. I just told y'all this the other day. I said everything check. Go back. Who watched the show every day? Go back. I said, listen to me, y'all. When that Travis Hunter hit that campus and started going to school, everything changed. Because an HBCU with limited resources were not supposed to be able to flip a kid like that. I got a $40 million a year budget, and this dude got a $4 million a year budget on his football team, and he can convince a young man to come to Jackson State instead of come to the mighty Alabama. Deion, he told y'all. I told y'all to go watch the 60 Minutes. He told y'all. The man asked the question. Y'all didn't listen. He asked the question, Gorey Allen. He said, if the Power 5 come calling, would you answer? He said, of course I will. I'd be a fool not to. Prime, he told the Karen, Colorado player, yes. No. Gorey. That's not fair. Ladies and gentlemen, go listen to the thing again. He didn't tell him. He said, if you're not with this right here, and what I'm talking about and what I'm doing, you can hit the transfer portal. See, he's smart enough to know that them little sorry-ass players he was sitting in there talking to didn't win but one game. Something's wrong. And it starts with them. Something's wrong. Rick Garfield, this finna be epic, Rick Garfield. I'm finna take y'all some places, y'all. I just want to hear y'all's opinion. I know y'all still waiting on my opinion. I'm waiting. Dexter Young, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to hear somebody. Same man whose belongings was stolen out of his office, his son, we ain't worried about that. But so what? That's right. Yeah, that's happening. Anytime you're in a big city, that might happen. Listen to me. Deion don't care whether you have a problem with him or not. He's gone. So it ain't about what you have a problem with. You don't have a heaven and hell to put him in. We don't want to hear about your problems, and you ain't got no problems. I just want to hear, hey, what do you think? What do you think? I haven't heard people talk about Colorado changing their act. What you said? Rick, say what you just said again. Rick, is this what? Rick, make sure you're saying this, Rick. You said, I haven't heard people talk about Colorado change. Let me tell you something. That was the most key thing in the press conference. See, most people are going to look for the clickbait. Somebody's breaking into his office. So what? He can replace it. Let me repeat that. Who was that said that? So what? They broke in his office. Him and his son can afford it, and they can play. They can replace it. Who was that said that? I'm gonna go back. Boss Keith. They can replace it. You can replace stuff. If somebody broke in my office and stole it, I got insurance. Guess what? I'm gonna go get a bigger and better one. Okay? All right. So that's not it. Okay. Oh, you say, why you on his side? Because guess what? Y'all know Robert Hatter gonna give you both sides. I told you, y'all, listen to me. If you're new on this show, I'm going to give it to you raw. I'm the butcher. I'm going to give it to you raw. You can season it the way you want to. All right? I'm not going to season it for you. I'm just going to give it to you raw. Somebody said, I don't care where he coaches. I just think the way he left was ugly. What was ugly about it? Victor? See, don't comment like that. It was ugly. What was ugly about it? Tell us what was ugly. See, Victor, on this show, I'm going to ask you a question. Don't get mad at me. I just want to know. I'm going to be so good. I'm going to be so, y'all can say whatever you want to. I'm going to let y'all talk because I want to hear from y'all before I give my soliloquy. Okay? Because it's going to be in depth. I love this first meeting with the Duke players. I'm coming. I like that too. I like that. Hatter, the little side. Yes! Odyssey. If you have all those, Odyssey, the reason I call them little sorry-ass player, I looked at them. I looked at their faces and when he was talking to them. Y'all got to understand, I got somebody that's up there in Boulder that I know with them right now. So I'm just letting you know. So these dudes done got another black coach fired. By the way, y'all, Colorado have had 3. This going to be the 3rd black coach in a row. Whoever that AD, what's his name? I got his name. That AD off the chain. That AD off. What was his name? I got his name. What my AD name, man? What my AD name? Oh, I got the man name. Rick George. Listen, Colorado. Have y'all ever been to Colorado, Boulder? Colorado had 3 black coaches in a row. Deion is the 3rd. Just in case you didn't know, because some of y'all, somebody said, I haven't heard. Did in the press conference, the president of the university. Listen, and let me help y'all again. Put a footnote on that, okay? I messed up a little bit, but I think I'm still here. Put a footnote on it. It's going to come back. They got me. They paused me. Oh, my God, they pausing me. I'm going to be on here for a second. Hold up. I'm going to be here. Hold on one second. Hold on. Okay. They're going to get me back. See how the devil think he got us, y'all. Watch this. They got me on my other camera. See, I'm back. They got me to my other camera. I hit something. I'm so excited. But I want us to remember now. Because who was that? Who just brought up that good fact? Rick Brown. Think about this now. The president of the university said they're going to expedite the transfer process. They're going to modify the admission standards for transfers. In other words, make it a lot easier for these guys to come and get in. That's been talked about, ladies and gentlemen, for a month. That don't happen overnight like that, y'all. That had to be put in place. That was one of the stipulations that Deion had before he went there. He's been talking to them for a long time. He's planning his exit strategy. Okay? Remember, in this same meeting, wait a minute, the senator was there. See, all you people who always think about voting don't matter, it's politics and everything. Chop shop, boom, boom, room. It's politics. Share this show. It's politics in everything. I'm getting it. I want y'all to understand when your people tell me they don't want to vote. What the hell the senator doing in there? Ain't but 100 of them in the whole freaking world. He ain't on this meeting. Because politics have governed how your kids educated. Politics govern everything. Even politics right now is telling the railroad they can't strike so you can get your packages here for Christmas. And you around here talking about, we around here, not us, but somehow people around here talking about how important politics is. So in that meeting, I've never seen that ever in the history of press conferences, ever. I'm glad he's elevated and will elevate the black coach. I like that, DeMar. If you're trying to move up, I think they think something is wrong. All eyes on Colorado football. Absolutely. 30 million reasons to leave. No, that ain't enough reasons to leave Jackson State. That ain't enough reason. I don't agree with that. I don't agree. You got to have something bigger than that to me. Robert, everyone forgot Mel Tucker left. That's right, Mel Tucker was there. He was one of the black coaches. Left there to go to Michigan State. He just got $100 million deal, Mel Tucker at Michigan State. Let me see. Colorado has been a death trap for coaches, but I think they underestimate Prime and what he can do. And he made it loud and clear in the first meet. Absolutely. I'm just listening to you. I hope Colorado wins all the games. Absolutely. I'm cheering for Colorado. And I'm cheering for Jackson State too. Prime was dangerous in the SWAC. They have never seen a following like this before in HBCU. Stevie said, the Big Five don't know how to combat his ability to connect with people. Good one. Hey, Kimberly. Boss Lights, all these things were a factor. Was out of principle. Okay. He didn't leave ugly. I just want to know who said he left ugly. I'm trying to tell me why he left ugly. I'm just thanking Mindy for bringing it back up. I wish all the success in the world. I wish he and both his sons the best. I hope he goes to Colorado. Oh, yes, we want him to kill it, y'all. Nick Saban, he left it early and went to the dock. That was ugly. Boy, look at boy. I'm glad he's going to the. I'm glad Jamar, duh, that's coaching 101. You shouldn't be glad. What you mean you glad he's going to the transfer portal? I don't know, understand that one, Jamar. Let me see. Half the team didn't show up to the meet. Boy, look at Gary Carter. He knew it. Deion knew everything. He was talking to them boys. Y'all got to go back and get it. I ain't got time to play it. White coaches leave and no problem for the better program of the picture. Absolutely. But we expect more of our people. And nothing wrong with that. I like that. I'm just going down here. They got a rehearsal. They got rehash coach. They got a rehash coach from UCLA. Okay, I don't know what he's talking about on that one. Most of those players from Colorado can find a spot. JSU. Primetime said, must be the money. And, oh, yes, Jason Peters, that's funny. Must be the money. I got the video, y'all. But I can't play it because it's a copyrighted song. But hold up. I got to play a little of it. Hold up. Did I put it up there? Oh, I didn't. Oh, here it is. Hold up. I got to turn it down, though. I'll get in trouble. Tell y'all, I used to love that song. He said, there's no crime or low crime here. That's amazing. What the coach mentioned. I know. Okay. He didn't have to mention that. I didn't like him mentioning that one, boss. Boss like yet. Okay. I didn't like that one. I didn't like that statement. Y'all hear me? I'm on a record. I disagree with Deion bringing that ignorant ass statement up. I don't like that one. Yeah. See? Yeah, I don't agree with everything somebody's saying. I don't like that statement. It's okay until he start winning, then the coaches gonna complain. Okay, let's see. Coach Prime is changing the future for his family. Coach Prime, excuse me. Carnivorous dudes. Coach Prime gonna be all right, whether he took this job or not. I'm gonna repeat that. You said change the future for his family or his kids. Okay, if it's for his kids, what it does do, perfect example, and I'm gonna go here because I love y'all. I'm feeding off y'all comments, then I'm gonna go into my stuff. He gonna change the life of Shador. Let me show you what's gonna happen. If Shador had a throw at 32 touchdowns and 6 interceptions and 3,000 yards at Colorado, he's up for the Heisman. Okay? He's up for the Heisman. You know, a lot of y'all, some people on this show, and people don't tell me, man, he ain't that good. He When do you start calling 4 stars they're not that good just because their dad is Deion Sanders and because he went to Jackson State? Y'all not know he had other offers everywhere else. Go look at his offer sheet. Coach Prime going to change the culture in Colorado? Maybe. How do you feel Prime should have waited for the Stanford job? I don't know. I don't know what job he should have wait for. Did you see the one white kid with his hat off when Prime said no hats on the meet? Uh, the only one he took his hat off. Yeah, I saw that. They told me about it too. I said the transfer because the coach at USC had a successful year. Oh yeah, transfer portal. Everybody in the transfer portal. That's coaching 101. Demar, that's coaching. Play it one more time. I can't. Jason Peters, I can't play it, man. I can't play that thing. Hold on. Jason, I can't. I just do everything y'all tell me to do. Hold on. Jason Peters, just for Jason Peters. He want to see that video again. Here you go. I unmuted myself. I can talk you through it. We just so they can't hear that. I don't want them to turn us off. If they, that's a cop. Look at it. Hold on, let me give you something in the middle. Look at it. Hold up, he doing, what y'all call that dance? What's that dance right there? What y'all used to call that gas? I don't know the name of that dance. That dude was bad, man. Let's see. I said the transfer portal calls Coach Lincoln. Okay, I got you. He could have held off accepting position till after the game. No. You talking about after the Celebration Bowl game? Victor Gibbons. He couldn't have did it. The transfer portal happens today, Victor Gibbons. It had to happen right after that, man. Come on, man. Y'all, you got to know. Oh, that's the butterfly. Thank you, man. Thank you, son. Ho, Victor. He sat in a meeting with his players and tried to dictate who was going to next. Of course. Victor Gibbons. Wait a minute. Y'all, let me put what this guy just said up there. Let me put this up there. Y'all got, I'm going to let y'all see this. He could have held off accepting the position. See, I like this, Victor, because you're a guy that's against it. I already know. Until after the game. Let me put you back up there. Because I'm finna take you on a ride. He could have held off accepting the position until after the game. And I hope you think it's saying after the Celebration Bowl. He couldn't wait till after the Celebration Bowl. It had to happen immediately because they were dealing with a timeline. The portal is today. He had to have everything in place today so he can get his team prepared. He got another job, Victor Gibbons. Then you say he sat in a meeting with the players and tried to dictate who was going to be the next coach. No, he had a succession plan to put a guy that he know those players are comfortable with in place, just like all the white coaches do it. And I hope you get on them too for trying to dictate where the players go. He made a recommendation. Then you said he made a statement about the uniforms and the things will continue to be the same like the league. What's your problem with him, Victor? These people got a meeting. Y'all and y'all feelings. These people got deadlines. Thank you, Sonia. Victor, that's the difference. You looking at something and you said he dictated. Sonia and I looked at something and you all right to your opinion, sir. I'm just trying to get you to think a different way. I told y'all. I let y'all watch the news. I try to assimilate the news to you and interpret the news to you, and then I listen to your opinions, and then I just try to chop you up when you get yes, the transfer portal started today. Yes. So it was a deadline. And I'm just trying to see where I'm going to go. This is what I love about this man. Do y'all know who Aubrey Miller is? Help me out. Aubrey Miller. First team all SWAC. Got invited to the Senior Bowl. Got a chance to get drafted. The best defensive player on this defense, and this defense is the best defense in the SWAC, in the FCS. FCS. Okay? Coach Prime is doing business, and he has folks in his feelings. It's all right to be in your feelings, Chris, fans are always going to be in. I want y'all to be in your feelings. I'm just trying to give you some more information. Okay? But listen. Only haters think the next. Listen to this. FCS, yes. Hey, Elton, when you talk as many things that I'm saying, you just got to got the advantage of being over there. When you say a lot of words like I'm saying right now, you might miss a synonym or acronym. Okay, you might miss it some. So I meant FCS, college. What that football? What is called football some series. So football championship series. That's what it is. Yeah. So this dude Aubrey Miller. What's up, Dorsey? Was he the best player on the team? But it was a time in Aubrey Miller's life. This is what I love about Prime. Y'all can say all of this other stuff. Some people call him a lying ass coach, like he can lie like the rest of them coach. But listen to this right here. Mamas and daddies around the world, listen who he said to his the best player on the best defense in the Wichita who was flunking his classes. Example number 1 zillion why Coach Primes is such a great leader. In the spring of 2021, Aubrey Miller was on the verge of being off the team for lack of discipline with his grades. Fast forward a few days ago, he's the SWAC's Defensive Player of the Year and an NFL prospect because of this right here.
You flunking 4 classes and you can sit back there and shake your head at me, dog? Do you know how foul that is, man? Like, to hear chatter? Like, I don't hear that. It's nobody that'll flunk 4 classes and talk it, dog. And you shaking your head at me. And we sitting up here having a meeting to try to help you. And you shake your head at me. We can do better, fellas. This is gonna be the last one of these meetings. We got 3 weeks, right, J. Phil?
3 weeks, Coach.
3 weeks, man. Y'all get it done. Need help? Go to your coaches. Get it done. Get it done. That's it, fellas. All right. Shalom.
Parents, this is the stuff these coaches had to deal with your crazy ass kids who come to their school sometime. This what these coaches have to deal with. That's a big dude, y'all. He's an animal. You know how they put the captain on the chest? Deion Sanders invented another thing for him. They put a D on his chest, on his uniform. Get what the D for? Dog. He the only player that got it. Those the kind of stuff that these coaches going through that y'all don't see. Let me tell y'all something, man. I got so many ways to go. I don't know where I'm going to go. But he told those guys, he said, in coaching, you're either elevated or you get terminated. Listen to me. I wonder what would y'all had to say if he had been losing, which y'all would have loved, and Jackson State had to fight him. Ashley would have fired him. Y'all wouldn't have said nothing about it. Yeah, he wasn't that good. He was too flashy anyway. Hey, he ain't swag. You're going to either elevate your life or you're going to get terminated. He said, there's no old graveyard for old coaches to go to. Y'all need to chill. All you people online, just chill. Understand, a whole lot of people benefited. They got attention. They got TV deals. They got media deal rights. They got sponsorship deals. They got sponsorship deals that are longer than Deion's contract. Did I remind you that Lane Kiffin, who's not winning at Ole Miss, got an extension And Deion didn't. No collective. No business owners who I know they benefited. I've been down there. All you people calling him a sellout. But he spent half of his salary renovating the boys' locker room. He don't live in there. I didn't criticize nobody. If you have an opinion, I'm going to shoot a hole in it. He could have delayed. He could have delayed accepting the petition to after. He talked to the players after the SWAC championship. Victor Givens. See, you and your feelings and don't want to listen. Victor Givens. You said he could have delayed accepting the petition to after the SWAC. He talked to the players after the SWAC. That meeting with the players was after the championship, sir. Hell no, Jackson Skate ain't submitted no counter offer. Man, come on. Come on, Victor. Listen, man. I'm trying to help you. I'm not criticizing. You ain't do. I got a show to do. You are not. I'm not trying to criticize. You. Yeah, it ain't that big, bro. I'm trying to get something out. Get out your feelings. To all you people who call him a sellout. If you're a fan, alumni, supporter of HBCU, and you think that Deion is doing for what he's doing for his brand, taking a Power 5 job, calling him the coon and the C word and he ain't SWAC and all that old mess. Y'all have the vision twisted. See, I just gave a man, I just gave a man some advice and he said, I criticized. He has taught the HBCU how to recruit at a high level. Thank you. Yeah, y'all explain it to him. Y'all explain it to him. Thank you. Y'all handle it. Thank you, Thaddeus Moody. He has taught you how to recruit at a high level, other teams. All Deion did was come. All Deion did. Where my fellas at? Where my ladies at? Hold on. Watch this, ladies. All Deion did was come to you like you was a woman, a girl. The SWAC is the girl. And he said, hey, you are cuter than what you think. But if you don't ever get dressed up, if you don't ever show it off, nobody's ever going to see your value. Nobody's going to see your value. That's all Deion did, was take a girl that was cute and put her on a platform. And everybody else like, wow, she beautiful. Know that you have been, see, you got to know that you have been eating lobster. You are not going back to eating peanut butter and jelly. That's on you if you do, SWAC. Deion can't hold your hand. He can't hold your hand. Y'all going to have to step your games up, SWAC. If you don't want to do your job, just get out the way, SWAC. HBCUs, all y'all, not just SWAC, HBCUs. So many people are holding back opportunities on these campuses because their names is not involved in it. Told y'all they messed around and let me fly around this country and be on these campuses. You won't go to the students and the faculty who know what they're doing. Some of them people in power, they don't go, well, they want the students there because they want their name on it. This is our problem. It has to be a full community coming together and say, hey, this is what we're doing. We're trying to keep this spotlight on us. We want to keep elevating our sports. We're going to keep elevating HBCUs as a whole, and let's do it together. Instead of all this division, I hate him and playing the band director playing songs and all of that kind of, I told you was going to leave. Ignorant stuff. I'm going to tell y'all, that coach at Florida A&M, they're not going to be able to keep him longer. Remember I told you, that Willie Simmons, bad man. They ain't going to be able to keep him. He's a bad dude. But this is what we got to do, y'all. And we got to remember, we got to do this together, right? If everyone got on the same page, right? Let's just get on the same page. See, I got Victor back on the page. See what I love about Victor. Victor back with me. What we do? This thing could be really special, even without Deion. Y'all got to realize, Deion is a great rocket. I'm going to use a NASA analogy on it. It's not different from the NASA spaceship that needed that rocket to get the space shuttle off the ground. But at some point, the rockets fall off. And then we got to take it from there. Elton, thank you, baby. Think about this, y'all. The people who make decisions at these HBCUs and the alumni who affect the decision makers have to start speaking out more. The standard has been set at a higher level. We're no longer going back to what we used to be. We're going to hold you accountable for your jobs. We got to communicate because language is the conduit of our culture. Got to communicate. Got to be. You got to hold you comfortable, accountable to do your job. You're on the stage now. The man is shining a light on y'all. Y'all, boy, if y'all know all the stuff I've been getting. Hold up, I got something else I want to share with you. Let's see, that ain't it. Got something else I want to share with you. I'm loving this. Didn't pop up on my thing. Oh, there we go. But hey, Tanya, she said, okay. Tanya, she graduated there, active alumni. Y'all, when I think about that business community down there, because I said this about TSU a month ago. I said, why can't we get a collective of alumni? Y'all, it don't take a lot of us. It don't take one person giving a lot. It just take a lot of us giving a little. That's how them GoFundMe's came popular. And if they build up, because everybody just giving. We just got to be better. JSU lost their women's basketball coach, Tamika, who led Wait a minute. Where they lose her to? That is Moody. When did Tamika Reed leave? Where is she? That's a new one on me, Thad. But hold on. No. I did too much work for this stuff not to be. Hold up, y'all. I did too much work. I did too much work for this stuff not to be. Hold on. Let me make sure I got it right, Coach Prime. Okay. Let me take a quick break, and I'm coming right back. I got some. I guess, boy, y'all know I really got something for y'all. Hold on, let me find my commercial. Chop Shop, we'll be back in a minute.
The Cox Pradia Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW.
Welcome back. And I love your comments. Thank you, Victor. Victor, what you don't, I want you to come in. I wasn't criticizing you, but I'm going to always have opinions. It's all right to have a different opinion. All you had to do is come back and say, well, Robert, what about this? And what about this? The boosters fall off and return to earth. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Curry Roach. What up, Hal? I can't believe these black folks is mad at Deion. Wow, don't go there. They mad at Deion. Man, they're fans. Listen, I know y'all mad. Listen, can I tell y'all a secret? Y'all ain't gonna tell nobody. I'm disappointed too. I'm disappointed. I'm a little disappointed too. And guess what, y'all? Guess who just popped up on the screen, y'all? I don't really feel like being bothered with him today because he worried the heck out of me this morning before the show and messed up. I was preparing for something. And look at him. He's just back there like he make me. Look at him. I can't stand it.
How about them Cowboys? Oh my goodness. It's not fair. It ain't fair. It ain't fair. I mean, seriously, it's not fair. Hey, listen, who do they play next week? That's the real question. Ooh, they play the Texans. We might put an 80 piece.
They play the Texans next week?
An 80 piece.
Where at?
Yo, what's the highest any team ever got put on this?
Man, don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man.
Yo, uncle. We might as well say uncle right now. Just say uncle. We might put an 80 piece on them. Man, listen, it don't make no sense, man. What happened last night is just absolutely disgraceful. You know what I mean? What's that dude named Jeff Monday? Jeff Friday?
Jeff Friday. Let me talk to my man Victor. Let me talk to my man Victor right quick. Victor said, he said, so I am a fan of nothing, Victor. Let's get you to understand that. But I support HBCU football since Deion Sanders came. Victor, let me help you. I've been to HBCU football games and the homecomings every year. I was not paying attention to the coaches or the players. I was paying attention to the pageantry and the scenery. I'm just letting you know right there, Victor. So I'm not a fan of nothing. Because fan, Victor, is the root word of fanatic. And ain't but one thing I'm fanatic about, and that's him. So anything else, I ain't no fanatic about. So, Victor, just in case you didn't know. But let me finish. Let me finish old Victor off, because me and him been had a conversation. So we're reading from the same book, but not on the same page? No, you just didn't understand. And I see you. You said, are you a fan? No, I'm not a fan. But ever since that man walked on that campus, I was on this show 6 years ago arguing with this man right here, telling people, Yolanda was there, telling people that, man, it's the 5-star gonna come to HBCU. That they'll never.
I never said that. I didn't say that.
Yeah,
I didn't say that.
Okay. I'm gonna go pull up the tape. But
yeah, pull the tape up.
but Victor, no, I'm not, Victor. And I hope you understand. I hope you're listening. But Victor, let me get back, because I'm not gonna let Chris. The Dallas Cowboys ain't important today. Okay?
What?
They're not important. They're not important. They're not important.
Hold on, whoa. Did you really just say that after we hung 33 points in the fourth quarter, you really gonna say
Chris, they can go and get Chris. They can go on ESPN and get that. What I'm about to get in right now, they can't get on ESPN. They can go to ESPN. Wait. Let me show you. Hold on, let me.
What you mean? They talking about Deion on ESPN too.
No. They ain't talking about it. No, they ain't talking about it. Hey, they were very short this morning. People was calling me. They were very short. Y'all can go to this app right here, man. Wait a minute, if it pop up. If y'all want to hear about the sorry-ass Dallas Cowboys. I don't care nothing about it. Go on, get them out the way. If you want to talk about them, go on, get them out the way. Go on, get them out the way, Chris.
What's that?
Go get the Dallas Cowboys on the way. Come on.
No, it's all good. Go on.
Come on. No. I want you. Verlander done left y'all. Mendy, what Mendy was smart talking Mendy? Talking all that stuff, Verlander done left y'all. Sharice said pump the crack. All right, Chris, do what we got, Chris. All right. I don't know how to do this, man. Mendy, Sonia, I know y'all be on here a lot, right? And Mendy, you remember me talking about how when Travis Hunter was flipped, how the game had changed. When Travis Hunter, the powers that be around the league, around the NCAA, they saw that as a threat to their model. And in order, thank you, Elton, and in order to stop, Chris, boy, I love this part here. I just wish Chris wasn't on the show right now, because he ain't finna like this. Chris, these my words, CBS. These are not the words of Chris Walker. Okay?
Thank you.
CBS, these are my words. A free Negro.
Oh, okay? Wow.
Okay. In order to stop a whole-scale slave rebellion, not an imaginary one, like Chris Rock did on this movie, what's the name of the movie, Top 5? Or even that imaginary movie that Will Smith in right now, which is called Emancipation, he was talking about a rebellion of one black American, one African American. But this movie is about an African trying to escape and get back to his community. This one right here, y'all, no, we talking about Deion Sanders and the entire U.S. slave economy based on the exploitation of African labor. It's not Chris's words. Not slavery with whips, but slavery. I'm talking about mental slavery. Chains on your mind. There are four things that somebody. Let me. What's this lady name? Oh, what's the lady name? Gwendolyn Brooks. I think in a book he said there are few things more unforgivable than men knowingly betray themselves. So I went down a little bit, y'all, and she gives this letter, talking about stuff, but I thought about your boy Jerry Jones, and I just told him, let's not talk about the Cowboys, right? Let me tell you, the concern of people who have exploited black labor since the beginning of our sojourn into the Western Hemisphere, Chris, continue to exploit black labor. Gwendolyn Brooks, thank you, man. That's my girl. All right. So Jerry Jones, as a teenage boy, okay, said, I'm just going to stand in between these boys getting on this campus in this door because I'm just curious. Chris, you can interject and protect your boy anyway.
I'm just listening, man.
Okay. And Jerry Jones now, in 2022. Now that was 65 years ago. Stephen A. Smith said, "Oh, 65 years ago. Y'all can't say that about my Jerry. He let me ride in his helicopter. He let me ride." But check this out. That same Jerry Jones in 2020, 2022, 20, whatever, it's like, we have to put down this slave rebellion. With that Kaepernick, with that George Floyd mess, I even got on my knees in my $1 billion stadium with them. As long as they keep coming and playing for me. I know how to buy and sell bodies. I don't care what the color of the bodies are, but the black one seems to be a little more valuable.
Dang, you own one today.
One of the most valuable employees that Jerry Jones dealt a whole team for one time. I know y'all forgot it. Chris, you might remember. That gave him the Super Bowl rings he has. Did y'all know that Herschel Walker worked for Donald Trump and Jerry Jones? The New Jersey Generals Donald Trump used to own because they wouldn't let him get in any. Herschel Walker used to work for him. This same Herschel Walker down there, right? Yeah. I know I'm painting a picture for you. He worked for Jerry Jones. Did y'all know that they had an 18-player trade? Dallas traded Herschel Walker away and got 18 players.
And won 3 Super Bowls.
Hold on. I like that. Herschel Walker got the man. He got 18 people. Listen, just say Herschel Walker now. Okay. The picks turned out to be Emmitt Smith, one of them picks. Lonzo Highsmith was one of them picks. Darren Woodson was one of them picks. Kevin Smith Pup was one of them picks. Do anybody ever ask Herschel Walker about his former boss? You basically trade him for your Super Bowls? Think about what I just said. Herschel Walker, Donald Trump, Jerry Jones. Chris, think about what I said, Chris, there was an announcement, y'all, this weekend that Deion Sanders had been bought. Just like Herschel Walker got traded for the 18 people. The whole white world of athletics are determined to put that slave rebellion down. Y'all, that stuff Deion was getting momentum. He was getting momentum. Not that imaginary stuff I just told you, but real slave rebellion in Jackson, Mississippi. Remember I said slave mentality. Their plan to squelch that, it's been executed. They gave him how many millions of dollars? It's been executed. Carter Rodgers offered the contract. He's out there having a great time. But I'm struggling with this, y'all. Y'all got to realize I love Deion. I'm struggling with this, Chris. And the reason I'm struggling with it, because I think about, I feel we don't sit somewhere long enough in the soil long enough for it to take root.
Explain that.
We don't sit in one place long enough when we have the option. Coach Deion said, coaches, you either get fired, elevated, or you get terminated.
He did.
Okay. But when we have a chance, hold on, let me finish it. When we have a chance to sit in the soil long enough, you don't let it take root. I'm a perfect example. Jim Harbaugh. They was about to fire his ass, but they let him stay. Somebody go Google Michigan football right now. 2 years ago, they was about to fire him. But somebody said, hold on, man. Let this root take place. Let him stay in this soil long enough. They undefeated this year. They're undefeated. They're undefeated. Well, let me finish. Because when I think about this, I think about bamboo, Chris. Think about bamboo. I don't know if you've been to the Orient. You know, I watched the bamboo. Thank you, Thaddeus Moody. You follow me. Chris ain't. But I like that, Chris. I want you to be good. But it takes 5 years, Chris, for the roots to spread of the bamboo system to spread out. But once it does, Chris, you can't kill the bamboo. They just pop up everywhere. Chris, you can cut one down over here and a mile away it'll pop up. And I feel like that we just don't stay long enough to build and develop a root system that's unstoppable. That's all I'm saying. I'm talking about in this case, in Deion's case. This was a phenomenon. Ain't nothing ever. And he had the possibility. He could have done it. It was like a couple of more years. I'm talking about as a couple of more years. I get it. The resources are horrible. I get it. They had bad water. I get it. But the one person that could have withstood all of that, it was this man. The one person who could have withstood it, Chris Walker couldn't have withstood it. Mark Edwards, I don't know if you could have withstood it. All I'm just getting, y'all got to remember, I just praised Deion. Now I got it. Huh? Now what?
Deion made a great comment.
What'd he say?
And he said something, and this is honestly how I feel. Right? Okay. He made 2 comments actually. He said God called him to go to Jackson State, and now God has called him to go to Colorado.
Absolutely.
Okay? 2 things. He said 70% of college football is African American. Now, more than 70% are in the HBCU because of historical black colleges. He says, it's not like I'm selling out. I'm still going to coach 70% of kids that look like me. I still have an impact to make. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
I concur.
Part of Chris Walker feels like, I love the fact that Coach Prime was at Jackson State. We need Coach Primes at the Power 5 level. I've said that time and time again. Okay. We need men like him at the highest level.
And I concur.
We don't need them, and I'm not going to even call HBCU the lowest level. I'm just saying we need Jim Harbaugh, great coach. The point you made about Jim Harbaugh, to me, I don't want to say it's misleading, but here's what I say. He's at his dream job. He played at Michigan. He was a quarterback.
My point is, Chris.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Deion wasn't at Florida State, and they weren't giving him time. Deion was at Jackson State.
Chris, my point, Chris, was not that. My point was he stayed.
He stayed, but he had a great reason to stay. He had one of the best jobs in college football. He has one of the best.
So Deion didn't have a great reason to stay.
I understand that.
No, I ask you a question. No. You just made that parallel. So you saying Deion didn't have a great reason to stay?
He does not have one of the best jobs in college football. No, that is true.
I said, no. I said he didn't have a great reason to stay.
Well, listen, that's for you to decide. I'm not going to.
That ain't for me.
Jackson State.
You the one. You made the statement.
I'm only juxtaposing that Jim Harbaugh, because you made it the comparison. He has one of the best jobs in college football. He makes a ton of money. Okay. So he has a great reason to stay, and it's his alma mater. And he was 44-19 in the NFL.
Let me know when you finish.
44-19 in the NFL. Can go back anytime he wants. And only because he couldn't beat Ohio State. So now, guess what? They stayed with him. Things go ebbs and flows. Now he's the top dog. But he's got all the resources in the world. And he's an excellent coach. All I'm saying is let's give Deion all the resources in the world. And let's give him, and I believe he's an excellent coach. Let's see what happens then.
Okay. I like that.
Let's see what happens then.
Hey, y'all. Y'all know I'm the Deion man. but I always have to give you two sides.
Okay,
This is the lie we tell ourselves. All of us at some point who leaves the HBCU to get another school, we're going to set up and we're going to another school and then we're going to set up and frame blackness and bring all the other people along with us. Because we really believe that we're going to do good with this money. This money can do good. But what is ripped up, that root I'm just telling you about, because I know you ain't gonna understand. You're gonna get it if you go back and listen to the show. You just ain't listening to it. But what is ripped up before it's able to take root can never be replaced. I'm gonna repeat that. And you can Google that. What is ripped up before it's able to take root can never be replaced. You stop the progress of something, I'm glad you said it, of something that really didn't get a chance to become, hold on, I just let you talk.
You did.
Didn't get a chance to become unstoppable. And then you're going over there. Deion, you know I love you. I done talk to y'all. Hold on, can I finish?
Hurry up.
Then you're going over there. And the $5 million
No, 29.5.
$5 million a year, and the resources, and the
Keep talking.
and
Keep talking.
I'm sure that a host of black children who are going to get their skulls banged in together and have CTE later and to be studied. I know you're going over there. Yeah, I understand that. At what cost? We will never know because it didn't take root. That's the only problem. I'm not telling not to go. I'm just saying, what if it had taken root?
Did you listen to his? Here's what's funny to me.
I'm sending you stuff to listen to about him. I listen to everything about him.
Okay, but here's what's funny to me with your Memphis colors on over there. You're so one-sided when you love somebody. It's man crush.
I love Deion.
You're loving Deion. You got your penny colors on, and you want to be a Texas Southern fan. And the next thing you know, you're gonna have your U of H shirt on with Kelvin Sampson. It don't end. It just never ends. And you don't have your fake James Harden beard. Here's the deal. You yourself. There you go with your ring. You yourself told me, Chris, when I send you something, listen to it. And when I send you something, listen. I say, you know what? I'm going to listen to what Hatter told me. I'm going to go and listen to it. I listened to Deion's thing in entirety. I said, come on, Hatter, the dude is basically telling you. What did you just say? It didn't take root. He said, Ashley, who's the AD? Hey, man, you see that dude? And I don't know why they clap for him. TC. He's next head coach. They clapped it up. Now he got to do his thing, but he's from next head coach. You don't think he been teaching TC the whole time knowing he's going to leave? Second of all, private planes, uniforms, underarm. He said none of that stops. We 12-0. We going to play in the big bowl. What do you want the man to do?
Hold up. I'm not, listen, I'm just giving you.
The roots are fine. The roots are not being torn up. I don't get it.
Oh.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Why does he have to be held hostage?
Okay. Stop. Get interject. You can come back in. Let me get back. Let me get you. And using that powerful metaphor I just laid out, he didn't want to hear. What did Deion Sanders plant there? You said TC. Whatever. Somebody told me, I asked them the question. What did he plant? Somebody said pride. I came back and said pride. I said, hold up. You mean Jackson State wasn't pride before Deion Sanders got there? Hell no, because I talked to Jackson State. I talked to a Jackson State alum this morning. She's on the feed right there. Somebody told me it was pride, and I shot that down. Jackson State people are already proud. One of the most powerful campuses, listen to me, Chris, I've ever been on during an HBCU tour.
Okay.
Those young people on that campus are extraordinary. I ain't never said that about no other campus. So he didn't plant pride there. He brought awareness to the pride that was already there.
Okay.
And him and in his sons and Travis Hunter, he threatened to weaponize that pride differently.
So why is he leaving then?
If Jackson State, listen, he left because he wanted to listen. This Robert Hatter talking right now. Can I just give him my? I'm giving you my Robert Hatter.
Make sure you give. This is your opinion. Because
This is my opinion about him. Of course, this ain't Deion. This Robert Hatter.
Okay.
Okay. If Jackson State went 0-11 every year, Chris, let me tell you something, Chris. They'll still pack that place out. Miss Tanya told me this morning, Robert, win or lose, we always there. Hold on. And I say this, and I had family members that went to what? Their rival, Tennessee State. Coach Prime, you go to do whatever you want. But the bamboo, to me, if you let me finish, is the institution anyway, not the individual. I'm saying that to raise this question. What did Prime bring that they didn't have before?
Okay, so let me think you for a second. And you may know this, and somebody's on the field. You're going to be a victim of your own circumstance here.
No.
Because you were the one that said Coach Prime changed everything. He got him this.
If you let me finish the story, I was going.
No, let me finish because you said that they said, well, we already had that before he got here. Well, hold on. So if you already had that already,
he just enhanced it. You didn't hear the whole thing. He just took it
and
enhanced it.
He took it to the point where a 5-star want to go there. Because no matter if they had pride before, 5 stars weren't going there. No matter if they had pride before, ESPN wasn't trying to go there. No matter if they had pride before, people weren't thinking about Jackson State like that no Jackson State exists. No matter if they had pride before.
Hey, Sharif. Excuse me. Sharif, shut the hell up. This is my show. I say what the hell I want to do on this show. You shut up. Now, come on, Chris.
You silly, man.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, just because Deion is leaving, let's not discredit him and what he brought.
These are not discredits.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know
because your ass ain't listening. You like Sharif. You're not listening. Let Chris Walker talk.
All I'm saying is, why is it?
I said, if you listen.
Go on.
I said what he had planted hadn't took root. And then I came back and explained to y'all that the root should be into the institution. And you're not listening to that. You had your, you couldn't wait. Let me finish. Because it seemed like, you know what? And you know I know what I'm talking about. Whenever somebody interrupt people like you do, you don't want the person to get the point across. You done already told me that. And I understand that. But I'm going to mute you. Now, I got the mute button.
I'm going to shut up.
I'm finna mute your ass.
No, don't mute me.
Okay, all right. Okay. This is what we're going to do. I said, I'm raising a question. And before I even said raise the question, you wanted to make your comment. If you just shut up or just a little, excuse me, I can't tell him manager. If you just be quiet for a second. This is what we got. I asked you a question. What did Deion Sanders bring that they didn't have before? Instead of you answering that question, you went off into your innuendo, and got to talking. So your cheerleader, tell Chris Walker, possibly what he did bring that they didn't have before, the fear listen, the fear that every HBCU could take on Alabama, Michigan State, Michigan, and all the other Power Five. That's the fear that he brought. The fear came from outside. I have the advantage of knowing that the Power Fives didn't like that. We got to get his ass out of that HBCU because somebody, Robert Smith or one of them dudes, gonna mess around and give him some money. Oprah gonna give him some money because he came out and he gonna be able to compete with us. Let's get him out the game because ain't but one of him. That's the first time that's ever happened. They went and plucked a dude. Only 2 times in history that they ever went and plucked a head coach of an HBCU and took him to a Power 5. A white guy did it from Alcorn State and Deion Sanders. It's the only time it ever happened. Only other time it ever happened. Okay? So he's special. So they needed to get him out of there. I don't care what you, because I know, Chris, you've been institutionalized for a long time, and I understand it. I understand it. You went to Villanova. You can't help it. But let me finish.
When do I get to talk?
When I finish,
Okay.
these young people have options now. I told you, you were against, just like y'all mark this down, why he against me now, few years, he gonna understand it later. He was against me saying, this guy right here, man, it's going to be some 5 stars go to HBC. It'll never happen. Ain't nobody going down there messing with that. Ain't nobody going down there messing with that mess down there. Man, I would. No. Hey, CBS. These are my comments, not Chris Walker's. Let me finish, Chris. These young people have options now. The options mean that I can play in places where I'm seen, I'm felt, I'm heard. Teachers gonna come check on me, make sure I'm loved and validated. At these HBCUs, they do. At them other ones, they don't. Stop.
You know what?
Let me finish my point because, Chris, I'm giving some valuable points that you ain't gonna never hear on CBS. You ain't gonna never hear on ESPN.
I just want you to be honest.
No.
I want you to be realistic and not idealistic.
Chris, I'm telling you what they told me they had to do to get him away from there. You evidently you don't talk to these people. I'm sorry, I do.
I don't know what people you're talking about, but keep going.
The people that determine Deion Sanders is dangerous. He gonna keep these young. Dude, it was some more Travis Hunters coming, man, this year, player. See, you know, there you go. See, I know.
Yeah,
okay.
Hold
on, let me finish, because I'm going to mute you, though.
No,
I'm not just, hey, y'all, these players want to know that they're validated, man. They not just some workhorse or just some person in bondage that's getting a scholarship and maybe some NIL money or whatever. Talk to these young kids, Chris. I'm talking to them. I can actually bring a national championship to the school because it's the talent. It's us. This was some of these young players who thinking about this stuff. McCure Maker, y'all was glad he failed. So y'all can say, I told you that wasn't going to happen. I told you it wasn't going to happen. But I told y'all.
Why would we cheer against him? I don't get it.
You did it. Something wrong with y'all.
Somebody cheer against him.
Yes, you did. But hold on. I got one for you. Okay.
When do I get to talk?
Go on, talk.
Do you honestly think that those Power 5 schools are worried about Deion Sanders?
Absolutely.
You really believe that?
Absolutely.
Man, let me tell you something. They are not worried about Deion Sanders.
I bet you $100 to a bucket of doo-doo.
What is he going? Tell me what Deion is going to do that makes Alabama afraid at Jackson State. Now, if you want to say Deion at Colorado is more of a threat,
that's not scaring them. No.
He's more of a threat than Alabama.
No.
More of a threat.
He's hold up. He's still Colorado's a part of them. Dude. Maybe I should bring you on the show at another time.
Why won't you?
Chris, you're not listening to me.
But I don't have to agree with you.
Colorado is a part of them.
Dude, I just told you a minute ago
They
that
won't.
70% of,
Hold
of
up.
kids that play.
Chris, hold on. Travis Hunter going to Colorado is not a big deal.
Says who? Who
It's
says
not.
that Colorado gets five? Who says that Colorado
They've
gets
had
5
five stars before.
Okay, but Travis Hunter wasn't thinking about him.
No. You ain't hear me. They've had them. They got
ain't won in 20 years.
Can I help you? They got a academy. They got a Heisman Trophy winner, Salam. They got
That
the
was
one
50 years ago, Hatter.
No, he was in my era. He was in my era.
Relevant anymore.
Chris, I know it's hard for you to believe, but if you just I'm not talking to you because you know it all. I'm talking to these people out here.
Realistic.
No. I'm not talking to you. You saying, I'm telling you that the Power Fives has told me this. And you telling me they don't know what the hell they talking about their own self. Boy, you a bad man if you know more about a person than they know about themselves.
I know about the culture.
You are something else.
I know the
you know the culture of basketball. You don't know the culture was football and basketball are two different animals.
Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. And here's my thing. I don't want Deion to fail. I want Deion to be successful. Okay? So let me just preface this by saying that. You thinking that every kid is going to want to go to Colorado because Deion Sanders is there is insane.
I didn't say that. What did you say? I didn't say.
So what you're saying is
What are you saying, Chris? Are you listening to me?
You won't let me talk, man. You know what? I'm gonna let you talk because you won't let me. I can't voice my opinion because you're just gonna say I'm wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong.
You said that I
agree.
You said that I said whenever you use my words, I got to tell.
I don't agree with you. I have a different opinion.
What you don't agree with me about?
You said some Power Five people said, "Oh, I'm like, dude, them dudes ain't worried about that dude. They ain't worried about that dude. They need to be worried about Nick Saban. They need to be worried about Dabo Swinney. They're not worried about Deion Sanders.
Hey,
they need to be worried about Kirby Smart.
They all on the same side, man.
They not worried about
all that money go. All that money go in a big pot. All that money go in a big pot for them. They don't want. Hold up. That's why the government. Hold up. That's why they make sure. Hold on. That the government don't subsidize. Hold on. Watch this. Hold up.
Keep going.
The HBCUs, so they can stay underfunded. And I'm gonna show you how important that is, because you probably overlooked that in the press conference because you was looking for the frills and the clickbait. But in the press conference, the senator of the state of Colorado was in the building. The guy who determines how much funds that they get. The Senate controls the purse strings of the government. Ladies and gentlemen, if you go, the Senate controls the purse strings of the government. And one of them, it ain't but 100 of them, was sitting in that meeting last night. That's how powerful it is. So, hold on. This man telling me, what? Okay, come on.
There's very few kids that are going to turn down, and I'll challenge anybody on this damn feed who are worth their weight in salt, that will tell the truth, that will turn down going to play for the Texas Longhorns, that will turn down going to play for the the Texas A&M Aggies to go to Jackson State. They all say that until it's their decision.
Coach.
And let me finish. He did it with his son, first of all. His own. I get it. It wasn't somebody, it was his own. I'm telling you what I know.
Keep going.
You're not gonna do it.
You got to be thorough. See, Chris.
Even to go to Colorado, it's gonna be hard for him.
Chris. This is why I have to mute you. Did y'all hear that? Hold up. Did y'all hear that, man? Did y'all hear what he just said? The man mentioned his son. He did never mention the one. All it takes is one for precedence. Travis Hunter, you never mentioned him in that sentence. I was waiting on you to mention Travis Hunter, and and the reason I'm telling you this, Chris, why you have no clue. Travis Hunter, and y'all remember this, and it's gonna come out later, is the catalyst for all of this. Y'all gonna sit back saying,
he's a catalyst for all of what?
Ain't.
Hold on, he's a catalyst for all of what?
for the reason Deion Sanders got that job.
You've lost your mind.
If he don't get Travis Hunter, he don't get that job.
You lost your mind.
I'm finna repeat it again. If he
Deion
don't,
Sanders is an icon.
excuse me.
Deion Sanders is an icon. That won. Deion, hold on a minute.
Hold on, no, stop me. An icon who his own university didn't want. Chris, let me handle this. Chris, stick to college basketball. Stick to college basketball. I got this.
Hold on. See, there you go with that nonsense. This is about decision making. This has nothing to do with basketball or football. This is how people make decisions about who's going to be the coach. And I'm telling you, in recruiting, with NIL, that stuff you're talking about with HBCUs. Hey, listen, I love the job Deion did. I got nothing against HBCUs. But
how did he get Travis Hunter?
I have no idea. So I'm not going to sit there and say anything about that because I don't
know.
Well,
why you keep discounting the fact that he got him?
I'm not.
Chris, I ain't got time. Let me finish this, coach.
I'm not saying
hey, Chris, you and this propaganda, man, just slow down. Slow down. No. You know what? I've learned on this show, I got to overtalk some people because he don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm sorry. I got to, y'all. I apologize, but I got to get this to y'all. He don't want this message out because he worked for them. He works with them. He don't want this message out.
Why would you say that? That's not true.
You do.
That's not true. I can't believe that.
Could you let me? You won't let me finish? Okay.
You need to stop because if the Memphis Tigers,
what can they do to me?
To get a kid that was a high major dude, and Jackson State was recruiting them, Robert Hatter would be wearing blue all day long.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's all about the HBCUs. Let's help Deion. Let's help the basketball coach Lamar Moore take it to the next level.
Chris.
Because when it
Chris, do me a favor now. Chris, that was bad.
When it becomes personal,
no, that was bad.
Doesn't matter.
Let me show you why it was bad.
It
has nothing to do with what we're talking about. This is an important subject, man. Dude, listen to me. I'm telling you, it might not be important to you. Because I know how you feel. You the same person who came on here and said that there's no five-star player gonna ever come to an HBCU, and you were proven a lie.
I'm also the same person that came on the show and said the minute someone offers Deion a chance to leave, he's gone. And look what happened.
Man, come on, man. Come on. Excuse me. He was off. Excuse me. He was offered. He didn't have to go to Colorado.
Where could he have gone? South Florida?
He didn't have to go. I'm just telling you. So hold on. Let me finish. Cause that boy, you ain't. I should have told you to brush up on this. So back to what I was saying. Let me see.
I'm gonna be quiet. Go on. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up today. I'm gonna shut up the rest of the time.
Let's see where I wanted to go. No, you can't.
I can't.
Because this kind of stuff hurt. See, if this stuff, I know what's happening. Okay.
I like Deion.
What I said was, these young men have options now. The options mean that they can play anywhere and be seen, like I said, and felt and heard. Let's play it out for a minute. Let's say Deion Sanders, I'm trying to say, let's say he makes a career. Okay, let's play it out this way. Because I'm gonna go another way. Let's say he makes it a career, how long a career at HBCUs and playing for national championships. He just make it a career and stay there. I got a question since you know so much. I know the answer, but I'm gonna see do you know it.
You know your answer.
If he keep going 11-0, he stayed there at that college. Go 11-0, 11-0, 11-0, 11-0, 11-0, 11-0.
Playing against who?
Playing against the same thing. Same people just running through this thing.
Not playing Alabama or not.
No, I'm talking about just in this
like that.
What would it require for Jackson State and FAMU, TSU, and these schools to play against Ohio State for the
If
national
they
team.
would give him $100,000 and beat them 70-0. That's what would happen. They give him $100,000. I'm sorry, they give him $1 million to get on that plane and get beat 70-0. Well, whatever you talking about.
No. I'm talking about if the playing fields were lit. That means,
It's
hold on.
playing
That means Deion standing. Listen to me. That means Deion stand for them 10 years, constantly getting the Travis Hunters of the world for 10 years, constantly getting the Travis Hunters, then start getting the big offensive linemen for 10 years. What it would take, listen, what would it take?
The infrastructure at Jackson State. We're talking infrastructure.
So structure,
now,
okay?
Do you want us to talk about our conversation?
No. Just
Because
wait,
it's
Chris, listen, man. Be practical. What would it take? What did we require? That's all I ask you.
I'm trying to tell you.
You ain't trying to tell me. You talking about, well, what we talking about this morning?
No, I'm not talking about what we talked about this morning. Just hear me out. Let me finish. The same way you just said, right? You said, why can't it take root? It wasn't allowed to take root. Hatter, you said he left before it took root, right?
But I just gave another hypothetical. Slow down, Chris. I don't want to hear you. Chris, I don't want to hear your comment. I don't want to hear your comment. I don't want to hear it. 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 I don't want to hear it.
Just hold on. Just mute yourself. Mute yourself. Here's what it is. The same way Jackson State had an opportunity to keep Coach Prime. They had a chance to keep him, yes or no, Hatter? Answer the question, Hatter. Did they have a chance to keep him? Yes. So whether they put the resources in place to do that or not, I don't know. The same way that could have happened is the same way, right? Even though Travis Hunter was a splash to go play for the greatest cornerback of all time, and you're a cornerback, makes sense, right? Now, in order to keep getting those kids to come there, you're going to need NIL money, and you're going to need infrastructure, and you're going to need television. It will take that. So if you couldn't keep Coach Prime there, how do you think year after year you're going to get those kids to come there?
My bad. I was talking to y'all, and I shouldn't. I asked the wrong person who didn't help me. First of all, y'all, I said, what would it require, hypothetically, if he went on and stayed there for a whole career and kept winning? What would it require? First of all, ladies and gentlemen out there, what it would take structurally if he kept winning? They had to have the facilities on par. They had to have a huge stadium. The coaching staff had to be expanded. The training staff had to be expanded. Brother, you got to go look at history. If you don't do good, let me tell you something. I'm just looking at history. If you don't do good at Colorado, Deion Sanders, 2 years, they're going to talk about the Prime Time Academy. They're going to talk about how good of a recruiter you are, but you can't coach. Talking about when he taking this job right here, you're not, they're going to talk, they're going to say. I'm just telling you how Colorado is, y'all. First of all, let me show my people what Colorado, let me show you.
They just hired 3 black coaches in a row, just so you know.
I already know. Come on.
I don't know if a Power 5 has ever done that. They just hired 3 straight black coaches.
Coach, I done already told them that.
Okay, so
I done already told. Our people already know that.
Okay, so you saying that what they're gonna do?
No, my people know that. That's just weak. See, you just can't be quiet for a minute. Yo, this what he walking into. He come from that down there and walk into this.
Like that tight suit he got on.
Okay, so I'm just saying, when things go, see, in football, stuff don't go the way everybody think it's gonna go. They're gonna say, well, you're not that smart. You know, he's not that smart. He's not good a coach. You like Herschel Walker. It's coming, brother. is coming. If he don't go out there and win, listen, I'm just saying, if he don't, let me finish, Chris. I don't want to hear your mouth. In the words of Big Daddy Kane, I'm coming. I'm coming. And he said, here I am. What he said, I'm a terrorist. What he said, I'm raw. I'm a terrorist. I'm a terrorist here to bring trouble. That's Big Daddy Kane, right? But y'all don't know. Do y'all have to? The NCAA, meaning, y'all, this NBC, this NCAA, this members institution, this criminal enterprise, this $1 billion criminal enterprise, the NCAA, that he know because his ass was a part of. Do you?
You mean the criminal enterprise?
This criminal enterprise is a criminal enterprise.
That's 70% of the kids that play African American that get.
Hold on, let me finish.
That criminal enterprise.
Do you have to accept if, with the facilities and the structure and the HBCUs, could they make the leap into the larger division? I don't want to hear from you, Chris. I'm not
talking. I'm just listening.
I'm finna give you some hints. It's Travis. Hold up. It's Status Moody front and center. So you can help me. I need your help. Status Moody. Talk to me.
You need more than Thaddeus. You need more than Thaddeus.
Status Moody. That's all I need. Because he went to this school. We saw this, Status Moody. We saw this. 3 black coaches in an effort. 3 black coaches. Mel Tucker, yeah, and the guy that just fired him. Chris, I talked about that a long time ago. Yeah, y'all need to go back to the beat. Status, check this out. Status, watch this, baby. Status, help me with this. I saw when Alabama State, they went and got this huge stadium. Chris, have you ever seen a stadium at Alabama State? How many people does it fit in there? Status, Moody. Because Alabama State was trying to do this. They was trying to say, man, we finna go to the big time. Thaddeus Moody, how many? He gonna give it to me. Chris, they got one of them kind of stadiums at Alabama State, Black College, right? So they got the stadium, but they didn't have a Deion Sanders. Okay? They didn't have Eddie George. They didn't have a
29,000.
Okay. They didn't have them. So guess what? So they talked about you had to do that. All that damn Jimmy that came in. Oh, Jimmy, come on, Jimmy. Don't do us like that, Jimmy. Oh, he said, here I am raw. There you go. Thank you, man. Thank you, Kenny Gamble. But Chris, all I'm telling you, Chris, let's pray for Deion. Let's pray that
I prayed for Herm Edwards.
But now I don't feel sorry. Like Jimmy the other day talking about, I feel sorry for Rob Lanier. How much money Rob Lanier make, Jimmy?
I don't feel sorry for Rob
Lanier. Jimmy. No, I'm just Jimmy texted the other day talking about he feels sorry because they got beat by Jackson State. I don't feel sorry for nobody who's making $1 million. Don't he make $1 million?
So
I'm sure he does.
No, I got a question.
But why does the monetary value of $1 million mark?
If a dude making $1 million, I ain't feeling sorry for him. I'm talking about me.
For some people, $1 million could be $100,000 to the next person. It could be $10 million to the next person.
I'm not finna feel sorry for him.
Well, I mean, but in your state of financial status, $1 million is your marker. It might be somebody that might be the same as 100,000.
Okay, but hold up. But at my marker. You text us to me, man. I feel sorry for Rob Lanier.
Well, no,
for what?
Understand.
Why you feel sorry for him then? Why you feel sorry for him in your state?
Because he's one of the growing number of black head coaches that's got hit upside the head by HBCU.
So you feel sorry for him?
Yeah, I say no. Don't necessarily feel like he's gonna get fired. His first year on the job. But the thing is, with him, it's like, man, you should, of all people, you should know and be prepared for these HBCUs, being a man of color as a head coach. That don't mean you're going to beat them, but you should not be taking these guys like that.
Jimmy, we got a guy on here don't think the HBCUs are worth, they ain't worth before they fly. We got a guy, I ain't going to call his name. I ain't going to call his name, but his name starts with Chris Walker.
That's not true. Huh? You extra passionate because you like Deion, and unfortunately, you cannot look at things any other way. You cannot sit there and be objective.
I criticize Deion.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You touched up on him a little bit. All I'm saying is,
That's all I need to.
talk about the business of college athletics. You talk about Deion and Jackson State. That's a difference. I don't know anything about Jackson State.
Deion is at Colorado now.
I understand that.
So I can talk about it. So, whoa.
He's still.
I got a question.
In the bowl game.
Hold up.
Hold up.
I can talk about him when he at Colorado, but I can't talk about him because he at Jackson State. That's what you saying to me.
But you've been talking about him in Jackson State as long as he's been there. I'm just saying I talk about the state of college athletics and the way it works. And you're telling me that
it don't work the way you say it works.
That's not true. I know that business pretty well.
I know
the way they make decisions. And again, very rarely am I proven wrong on who wins and who loses. Because there are a lot of things that factor into winning and losing. There are a lot of people out there, Hatter, that thought that Penny Hardaway couldn't win because he never coached before in his life, and he only coached high school, and he only coached AAU. And look what's going on right now. By conventional
all they had to do is listen to me. I told them.
They definitely ain't listening to you.
All they had to do is listen to me.
Conventional wisdom would say that, he got no chance. That's what they say. And look what he's doing.
Well, what are y'all saying about Kenny Payne then?
I think I feel bad for Kenny Payne.
You feel so y'all to feel bad, brother. Y'all to feel bad, brother.
I feel bad for Patrick Ewing. He just got a contract that they can't get out of. But Kenny Payne in a tough situation. You're at a school that's traditionally one of the best schools in basketball in the country. They just had a Hall of Fame coach that was fired that left. They have won national championships. They're high-level recruiting. You play there.
Jimmy.
Your grandson, who's the number one player in the country, goes to the rival after you hired the grandfather, and you are the super recruiter and the Nike guru that helped build Kentucky.
Can I get a 20-second
time?
time?
Things there. Jimmy, are there not a lot of things there? So for him to go 0-7, that's the last thing, or 0-8, it's the last thing we want. I'm not cheering that.
But you just told a partner of mine that me and you know real good who came down to the race, tried to come to the races with me in Miami. You said, man.
Hold on. Why are you putting my business in? Why
No. Okay. No. I'll forget about it. Okay. I ain't saying nothing else. Watch me. Watch this. See how I learned to shut up? How you doing, Jimmy? Jimmy, how you doing today?
Well, you ain't right.
Jimmy, right. I can't wait to tell you what I'm talking about when we get off there. What's up, man?
I do know one thing, though.
What?
On the flip side of it, you did say that you felt sorry 2 years ago when Memphis was going through some tribulations, and you felt sorry for Penny Hardaway when how them people was attacking. You felt sorry.
No, I didn't. I ain't feel sorry. Yeah. I got to attacking them damn people.
Well, but you still said it.
No, I Penny. Well, listen, he'll tell you. Don't feel sorry for me. Help the bear. Wait a minute. Get what he'll tell you. You see this house I live in? Don't feel sorry for me, dude.
Yeah, we don't like it though. When they do that stuff.
Dude,
he likes it.
But what can he do about it? What can he do about Chris Walker hating him behind his back? He can't do that. He can't help it. He had the nice Taylor suits and the Dior shoes on.
Why you gotta say I'm hating on him? I'm not hating on him.
No. I said the Chris Walkers of the world, former coaches.
You saying my name? Say somebody else's
name. Okay.
Jimmy, don't say Chris Walker.
No, yeah. No, but Jimmy, you can't use. You see, Jimmy, you have to go somewhere and try to figure out. Jimmy, you can't. That ain't how you win. Tell me I feel sorry. I ain't feeling sorry for Penny. He all right. I just get on them dudes who talk crazy about it. You know, I mean that's just me. But I'm good. I'm good. We're all good right now. Rob Lanier, I don't feel sorry for you, sir. You're making up. Hold up. This is my message to Rob.
Forget about
Rob. Money. No. Rob, you got to get it done, man.
Forget about money. Here's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'll use my alma mater as an example. My boy Cal Neptune. They 3-5. They were 2-5. Lost 4 straight. Everybody jumped. Here's the deal. To think that you cannot lose is crazy. when you say feeling sorry for Rob Lanier, you feeling sorry for Washington State? You feeling sorry for Arizona State that's 8-1? What I'm saying is, when you do that, you actually denigrate the HBCU. I'm just gonna be like, yo, that's great that we got competition. Guess what? Now, here's my thing. Parity has come to college basketball, not because of NIL, because of the portal. It's portal combat. That's what it is. Portal combat. You get some older guys that want to play. You can transfer as much as you want, and then look what happens. And basketball is different than football. That three-point line is even out everything. You got athletes out there, and you can win. And in football, you can't win any given night. In basketball, you can. They are different sports. And with that transfer portal, it's a different equalizer than the football thing. It really is. You can't stockpile talent like you can in football. And in football and in basketball, one dude not being there is a big deal sometimes, depending on who that dude is, because you can take that dude out the game. So I don't feel bad for Rob Lanier, any of those guys. How about
that's Jimmy Friend, man? I was messing with Jimmy.
No,
I didn't mean for you to take it and make a segment out of it.
I'm just saying that college basketball, that's the great thing about college basketball now is that and I'm gonna tell you another thing why you gotta watch college basketball. Betting. I'm just telling you, any given game, anybody could get beat. Northwestern just went on the road and beat Michigan State last night in Breslin. Nobody in their right mind would think that would happen. Nebraska just went on the road and beat the number 7 team in the country. They should have fired. I won't say they should have fired. Fred Hoiberg ain't won nothing since he been in Nebraska. They go on the road and beat them dudes. Any given night.
Who did they beat?
They beat Creighton, top number 7 in the country. Any given night, anybody can get beat. It doesn't work that way in football. Football, it's just how many points they're going to lose by. In basketball, you got to find out, man, I can't believe they won that game.
Well, stick to basketball because you don't know nothing about football. Jimmy,
don't nobody get beat. Georgia don't get beat. There's no upsets against Alabama. There's no upsets against Georgia. Only they're equal. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're equal, may be able to upset them. But Georgia ain't playing university.
Oh, I got you. The Davis not going to beat the Goliaths in football.
No, exactly.
Okay, I got you. I'm with that.
Yeah, there's no March Madness in football.
So about 5 years ago when Appalachian State went into Michigan and won, that wasn't a David versus Goliath?
Yes, we're saying that can happen. Oh, you talking about football?
Football, yeah.
You said it could happen. That wasn't David versus Goliath?
So think about it. In the upper echelon of football, you talking about is that FCS, FBS. In the highest level, those schools may have a chance to beat a school and sneak up on a Michigan. They're the champions of that league. I'm saying in basketball, any given night, anybody can lose in basketball. Any given night.
I see you modified it because he caught you. He caught you and you tried to modify it. I see it. I'm not going to let it get back, Jimmy.
Because Appalachian State was a powerhouse in that division back then.
But it was one of those things where just like it's levels,
Jimmy,
though.
I mean, you said nothing can never happen. There's my old coach.
Well, I mean, but you didn't get a disclaimer. Give that disclaimer at the end.
I gotta get never say never, never say always. I'm not saying something always gonna happen, and I'm not gonna say nothing never happens. All I'm telling you is in football, that damn near never happens. That's all I'm telling you.
Chris, you're kind of mean.
Here's a question I have right now.
I want to know why the football coach.
Hey, Jimmy, this is what I want you to say right here.
It's my turn. It is. You told me it was my turn.
You can talk all that you want to, yell and scream. You lost.
It is my turn.
You lost the game.
It's my
turn. Hey, you know what I sound like? I know you haven't listened, watched it today. I sound like Michael Irvin on First Take today. He said it ain't First Take no more. It's the Cowboy. It's the Cowboy Take. The playmaker, number 88, C.D. Lamb. From by way of outside of H-Town, Texas. That boy from up yonder, number 88, Ocho. Did you see him last night? Put a 54 spot They put a fit. Hey, hold up. Did you see him jumping? They got the Salvation Army bell, right? The little thing. They got him a fine. What did Zeke do? He jumped back in. And you know what his boy Zach did, his best friend Dak? He cranked him out. He cranked him out. He said, it's time to eat. He cranked him out the Salvation Army. And we're going to double the fine. We're going to give him a bigger one. Tell them to fine us all they want. And Jerry going to pay for it. Y'all know what time it is. The Dallas Cowboys. And Garoppolo going out. No more 49ers. No more Tom Brady. No more Aaron Rodgers. We got one thing to do, and I feel bad. My heart is hurting because that boy from Channelview gonna get his head knocked off, and I feel bad about it because I love Jalen Hurts. But guess what's gonna happen? We gonna hurt the Eagles' feelings on December 24th, the day before my birthday, and that is when y'all gonna see the next Super Bowl champions. The star. Put your heart. Put your car in the hands of the man that wears the star. It is coming. Both of y'all looking and stop looking at me like that. And you know what else? Here's the sad part about it too. Because the next day, guess who else is playing? And I told you this, Hatter. Them Lakers is back. Them Lakers is back. The Lakers street clothes is back. He took off the street clothes. Street clothes. He took off the street clothes. Come on, dog.
Hey, Jim, we don't need to be on. Keep talking. Tell us when you finish. Let us know when you finish.
I'm done. I ain't got to say nothing else because everybody know what time it is. Yeah, Mindy, I said it. Them Lakers is back. Get back on the screen, Haller. Get back on the screen. You better get some alleviate all that nonsense.
I ain't know Jim ain't got no leave, man. That's messed up, man.
And then you just lost Verlander. Hold up, man. I know why he's mad. You just lost Verlander. It's over. You just lost Verlander.
That man sounds just like Michael Irvin, man.
Listen, they gonna be called the Lastros now. It's over. You just lost Verlander. Come on, man. What? Listen, let me tell you how I know. Let me tell you how I know how things have changed. I was talking to Kathy Elise Jimmins last night. You know what that is? That's my mama. And you know what she said? She said, I'm done with the Texans. I'm a full-fledged Cowboy fan now. And that's all I needed to hear, Hatter. It's over with, Jimmy. South Hall is on Cowboys. Jimmy, I'm going to give you one chance in front of America right now to go and swear your loyalty to the Dallas Cowboys. You can do it right now. You don't have to be, you can do it right now because what's going on over there on that north side of Houston, no, that's the south side of Houston, is absolutely ridiculous. I'm glad you took the Lovie Smith sound off the back. Thank God. But you got one chance right now. You already got the red stripe on your hat because we wore the red stripe last night. You can come on board. Do it in front of America right now and just salvage your season so you can still cheer about football. I yield and let you have the floor. Go ahead on.
First of all, you tickle me, man. Y'all see, this is why people that don't really understand why people treat the Cowboy fan like they are. This is one of the reasons why. On a Monday, you can expect it. It don't matter who they play. They beat the Colts, guys. They beat the Colts.
No, we didn't beat the Colts.
A team that could not even.
Eagles beat them 17-16 on the last play of the game.
We're not talking about the Eagles. We're talking about the Cowboys right now. Talking about the Cowboys right now. Talking about the Cowboys. You beat the Colts. If I'm not mistaken, the Colts. Hold on. They played the Texans this year. Did the Colts beat the Texans?
Oh, they're in the NFL. I'm sorry, the Colts are in the NFL.
Colts beat the Texans. A team that couldn't even beat the Texans.
No, Sonia. I'm not
having a parade because you beat the Colts.
The Colts are in the NFL. It's
you
not
beat
Mr.
Ed,
players who's next
Mr.
on the schedule.
Ed Kinfolk.
Players who's next on the schedule. And guess who's next on the schedule? Oh, my God. Who's next on the schedule? Can you tell us who's next on the schedule?
They play the Texans this weekend.
So does Chick-fil-A have
so y'all going to have a full-fledged parade. You win that game.
Does Chick-fil-A have an 80-piece with sauce? That's all I'm saying. Does Chick-fil-A have an 80-piece?
Hey, Jimmy, you ain't going to believe. You know I just got off the air.
Do they have an 80-piece?
Hold on, Jim. I just got off right for a second because I had to go check. I have some people.
You took you some tablets? Some tablets.
I had some people putting up my Christmas tree. Two ladies picking up my Christmas. Guess what they asked me? Who in the hell is Chris? Because he don't listen.
You're right.
They just asked me this. They say he don't listen.
They don't listen. They only
They ain't not listening to the show, Jimmy, and putting up the tree. And they say you don't listen.
Hey,
Chris, that's bad, man.
Tell them to do their job well and put that tree up and stop listening to the show. Stop trying to multitask. And I'm going to say it again. Does Chick-fil-A have an 80-piece? That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Davis Mills going to mess around and upset y'all.
So now, secondly,
goodness.
you just said a while ago, you mentioned the team just because Garoppolo got hurt. This team has been next man step up all
They got a
season.
great defense. DeMarco Farr should be a head coach.
But guess what? And a great defense enables the offense to get good field position in a lot of times during the game. But Garoppolo wasn't the starting quarterback for the 49ers when the season started. And guess what? So he comes right in. Love is gone. I love the starting quarterback. He's going. Then Garoppolo.
They don't lose when Garoppolo play, man. They don't lose when Garoppolo.
He is gone. Now the next man up, and they might just go on and get your homeboy who got put on waivers. They might just go on and sign him now to add more.
Baker Mayfield?
Maybe. I mean, dude, they got to sign somebody.
Somebody. We want him to get him. We want him to get him.
For that reason alone, Chris, I've been waiting on you. I've been waiting on you all.
Oh my!
No! I've been waiting on you.
Tina, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I've been waiting on him. Hey, that's my new team right now.
That you have been tainted like that. That is insane. That dude just switched coast. How the hell you from Texas?
Man, I'm finna call Sandy, man. I'm going to call Sandy on him.
I can't believe this, dude. You went for the 49ers? Dude, you should be ashamed of yourself, man. You should be ashamed of yourself. That's how I know.
Hey, Kenny Gamble. Chris. Kenny Gamble correcting you.
I mean, D'Amico, right? He right. My bad. I'm so
okay.
Right, yeah, because that defense number 1 in everything.
So wait a minute. I got a question for Tina right quick. So my young fella ain't coming back? The one who got hurt in the beginning?
No, he's out for the year.
He out for the year too?
I think
so. Who in the hell the quarterback gonna be next week?
They got a third string guy. He's up now. The one who played yesterday.
Purdy. Brock Purdy.
Purdy, yeah.
Oh, he's kind of Purdy.
Listen, why are we talking about the 49ers when the Cowboys hung 50
one game behind the Cowboys
in the fourth quarter? 33. Do you see that? And they put 40 on the Vikings.
So let me get something straight. On the
Vikings? 40 on the Vikings?
The 49ers are in first place. We're talking about teams in first place. Are the Cowboys in first place?
No.
Okay, so what are we talking about? Wild card teams. You're a wild card.
That's only because
you're a wild card.
Let me help y'all out. Let me tell you how tough the NFC East is.
Oh, man,
Eagles are in first place. Hold up. The Eagles are in first place, and all the 3 wild card teams are in the NFC East. It's the toughest league in football. Period.
Jimmy, you need me to play something for him then?
Google it right now. It's the toughest league in football. I can't believe this dude got a 49ers hat on.
In New Orleans. Hey, my Louisiana.
Man, where you get a 49er hat from, though?
49ers hat on, man.
Where you get it from?
What's wrong with you?
I've been had one. I had it tucked away. I had never wore it before. I had it one for a couple of years, and I didn't wear it no more because after college.
Hey, Chris. No, Chris. No. Yeah, I saw something. I thought he had a process or something.
I thought he had a fishing hat on.
I thought he had a do-rag on.
He set me up good because I was like, what kind of hat is that he got on?
That's unfair. Tina wants to send him. Tina sent him that for some hick sticks. He sent some hick sticks back down there.
No, I've been at this for a few years. I just never wore it. I boycotted. Now I'm back. I'm back.
Anybody to beat. Hey, Chris. I love Dak Prescott, man. I love Zeke. I just can't care for that team because of you and Dale Griggs and Kelton.
Dude,
y'all sickening.
You live in Texas, dog.
Man,
it's okay. And it's your childhood team.
I live in the Woodlands.
And your golf cart is a Dallas Cowboy golf cart. I don't understand.
I got rid of that thing, Chris.
10 minutes.
Why, it was moving too fast? It moved too good? Drive too good?
Too slow.
So 10 minutes. I can, Cowboy fan. After what has happened in the last couple of weeks, it's like y'all are doubling down on passes right now. So you rather than not say nothing at all, you're still professing more love for the Cowboys.
Why we have to say less?
Even after the photo, I mean, at least give the man a 1 week personal suspension in out of your mouth or mind. Just mute him for 1 week.
What does that have to do with the game? Because if they had lost, y'all would be talking about the photo. Hold up. If they lost to the Colts and got upset, no one would be talking about that photo. Y'all be chopping up the Cowboys. Here they go again. So if they won, why we got to talk about it?
No, it's not about it's professing your affection for them when at least give them a muteness for 1 week. I'm saying 2 weeks, 3 days. You come right back and love them even more. So that means now you're providing a variation of what we saw we used to call Trumpers. That's what you guys do.
That's not true. I love Jerry. Hold up. There are people out there that vote Republican that could care less about Donald Trump. So and there's people out there that love the Cowboys that could care less about Jerry Jones. I'm not having that. There's people out there that don't care that R. Kelly did what he did and they still listen to his music. No. There's people out there that don't care about Bill Cosby and still watch the Cosby Show. So no, I'm not letting it happen right now. Next conversation.
Yeah, but you know what they're doing?
Cowboys,
no, but everything you just named, I give you a thumbs up for that. But guess what? Also, there are the people out there who still love R. Kelly's music. They're not doubling down on their aficionado publicly. They just be quiet and especially them in the private rank.
It's sports. That's not true. There's some people that will. There's some people that separate.
I don't see nothing wrong.
See, that's one right there.
Yeah, he's doing it right now on impulse. Right now, that's like impulse shopping. That's what he sees in the store. Now he's gonna pluck it and throw it in his basket. Nah. You know what I'm talking about.
This Chris Walker right here, Jim. This Chris Walker right here. It's gonna come on in, man. Hold on. No. Hold on. No. Jimmy, stop, Jimmy. No. Chris, be quiet, Chris. Didn't Chris come on this show, Jimmy? Said, man, them Power Five ain't gonna have him coming up in there doing all that stuff. Jimmy, when he walked into the room, guess what they was playing?
What
was that gold chain?
One of Hammer song.
What was that gold chain at though?
They were playing his theme music. He had a suit on. He can't wear it on the suit.
No, why can't he wear it? Where was that?
You don't wear it. He never wear it over the suit. That's ghetto. Come on. Hey Jim, go on, keep talking. I'm gonna tell you the music they were playing.
I have a question for you, Chris. But first, I want to address this Astros stuff. Verlander, we knew Verlander was gone. So it's not like Verlander left. We knew Verlander was going.
You tried to keep him. You offered him money. You tried to keep him.
No, I mean, him and the owner are they're sipping buddies. They understand.
I don't know what they sipping.
They sipping buddies. Now the thing was think about it. We were not going to go and lock this man in for damn near for $100 million damn near. For 2 years, we gotta get that money and posse up because we gotta get ready to pay the young fella next year, not this year but next year. Shortstop.
Who, Cora?
Pena.
Who? Oh, Pena.
So now, listen. We have a surplus. We have the young guy Hunter, right? Hunter was like the Verlander of the minor leagues. So we brought him up. He's the next man up. Dude, you got Lance McCullers in the start. Think about it. Lance McCullers, you got Valdez, Framber Valdez, you got
He was the best in baseball.
Garcia, Rock the Baby.
Man, he lost our first game. He lost our first game.
He was the best in baseball.
Javier, you got him in there. Man, we are good in the pitching. We're good.
He was the most feared pitcher in the game last year.
Dude.
Chris, why your beard getting so great?
He turns 40 in February.
Talking to y'all.
Understand? He turns 40 in February. We Astros are the world champs. We're good. And guess what? Dodger fans, you understand. The Mets, I like that move. The Mets lost their best pitcher to Texas Rangers. So they just replaced him. It's like a trade, pretty much. You You lose DeGrom, you get Verlander. That's the Mets. That keeps things honest in New York City. It keeps things honest in the American League for Philadelphia, for Atlanta, and for Los Angeles. And the Padres, don't forget about them next year. They will be fully healthy next season, a couple of games in after this one player who can't stop taking that, kept shooting up and taking all that cream and all that other stuff. Dope head. I mean, not dope man. What they call it? Not dope man. What it is?
Wash rag?
All of it is
Wash
dope.
rag?
Fernando
No,
Tatis.
No, you know what I'm talking about. There you go.
Hold on, you talking about wash rag, right? Then wash rag. Play
No, Fernando Medina,
He
Gabriel
had, 80
Tatis.
games? He had sell 80 games, I think, something like that.
Jimmy, I'm
so
surprised you
so
not
that
talking about
National
wash
League is
rag.
good now.
Somebody talking
Hey,
about the Astros.
Wash
Let's talk about
Rag
wash
come in
rag,
there
Jimmy.
shopping a dog the other
Talk
day.
about wash rag, Jimmy.
Dude. The Yankee fan saying nobody wants to talk about the Astros. Yeah, we do. Astros is fun. Astros fun to watch. Astros have made the color orange relevant again. Think about it. You ain't thought about orange since Syracuse, since Denver Broncos. Orange is back in style right now. You know what? Let me say it how I normally say it. Orange. It's a new. We done gave orange a new whole meaning. It's orange down here in Houston. That's what we got. So speaking of Astros, now here's to my question. College coach Chris Walker.
Oh God! Don't ask me now. I can't answer.
Look how Wash Rag walked in there, Jimmy. Wash Rag shopping a dog washing in there.
They booed him every time too.
I mean, that was just some theatrics. You know, and went to the game and booed the guy Deshaun Watson, and it should have been booing the Texans. That's what it should have been booing. You know, after that, that was astonishing. I mean, it's almost like I actually look. I went down on South Hall, and I actually watched a good chunk of the game with Doris Dodd.
Lord, I don't
You
know
went to
who-
my mama. You went to Granny's?
I was at your granny house yesterday. You ain't know that.
She didn't tell me you
watching the game with your mama. Doing the Christmas tree, almost fell down on her. I had to
my God, I ain't know that.
put the wrong colors on the Christmas tree. Put the wrong color. Granny told her to put white bulbs on there. She put red bulbs on there. Guess what? I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Drill sergeants. Two drill sergeants.
And your brother was there. And your uncle was there. And they had not a drop of food on the table. I said, I'm gone. I came here on a Sunday afternoon. Ain't no vittles in that thing. I'm gone. I'm going to Chimichan or something. Let me give me some vittles. But anyway, we talk about that later on. Yeah.
Wow.
He said, wow.
Wow.
But anyway, I got a question for you as far as a college coach. Here's the deal. Remember during the season they asked Deion about playing, and he had a stance about not wanting to play the money game, football that is, against some of these Power 5 schools, claiming that that's just basically they wasn't ready for them. That's basically what I got out of what he was saying. I'm not quoting him, but he was like basically saying Jackson State, they're not ready for that.
You got to add something to it, Jimmy. He didn't say not play them. He said don't play them for that small amount of money. He said if you're going to go get your $700,000 or up. Don't go play for no $200,000 and $300,000 because your kids will get beat all up and all that, and it'll hurt your amount. If you don't go get that bread like they give Appalachian State and all of them. That's what he was saying. He didn't say not go, but go.
There's two different time frame windows when he said what you said. Because when he said what you said was in response because a report came out from somebody about the money that certain programs got when they played those money football games, and that's what his response to that. But before then, they were asking him, why don't you go and play the Alabama? Because that was when the stuff came out about Nick Saban. That was shortly after the beef.
I remember that too, but I'm just telling you what he was talking about.
He said, no, I'm saying he said that they weren't ready.
He said they wasn't ready for him up front.
Yeah,
the big guy.
Exactly. Yeah. Wasn't ready for them.
Yeah.
So here's my thing: if you're leaving Jackson State and you walk into the building and you basically told the entire team, y'all didn't get y'all ass in the portal right now. I got my people coming. I mean, he said it to the team collectively. He probably didn't mean everybody in the room. Certainly gonna keep some players. So that leads some people in Jackson State to believe they're gonna find out in the next 72 hours. that everybody that he recruited there, they can't make the trip. It's like every coach on his staff
ain't gonna make the trip. No,
ain't gonna make the transition over.
No.
He's not gonna bring them with them.
Uh-uh.
But at first you think it's the opportunity, and you're thinking like, well, Colorado, well, I might, this might be good. No. So now what happens to the kids that came out of the portal to come to Jackson State? You only can transfer one time without sitting out. Would the NCAA, Chris, do you think they're going to step in and give a special provision for these kids to go and transfer again without sitting out, or no?
Yeah, because coach left. Coach left. They can get a waiver because the coach left.
But Jimmy, most of the guys he got out of the portal didn't have but 1 year left anyway.
Yeah, but that's probably, I'm just saying.
I'm just telling you, on his particular team, he wasn't looking for no guys to come in and just to be young. He was looking, most of those guys are seniors.
He's planning on bringing at least 10 guys.
I'm talking about you said the guys that most of the guys he brought in, he got some guys he's gonna bring, 10 guys. But Jimmy, that's not fair. He didn't tell them guys. What Deion, y'all don't know, it was some rumblings. Did you remember he asked them dudes, come talk to me now? Because he had go look at the whole interview. He said, talk to me now, because I heard y'all talking that stuff in the dressing room. Y'all was talking out in there. Talk to me now and ask me questions now. I done heard the talk. And some of y'all ain't going to be here no way. Get Jimmy, they was one and whatever. Come on, man. They gave up on that coach. They gave up on that coach. I don't want him either.
They gave up on what coach?
The coach who was there last year.
Oh, you talking about Colorado?
That's what we're talking about, Chris.
I didn't know. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. You saying Deion said he walked in and said y'all go in the portal because they gave up on the coach.
Talking about he talking about he went in, Chris. He went and addressed the current Colorado players, and he addressed his players and told them, "Don't y'all hair up and jump in no damn portal."
But he told the Colorado kids to jump in the portal.
No, he did. He said, He said, if you gonna, I've heard the rumblings. If that's what you gonna do, go do it. Because I'm bringing some dogs in here. I'm bringing some dogs in here. That's really what he said. It didn't look like, and I saw a lot of people on social media talking about, did he just, go look at it again. Go look at it again. Dude,
I mean, there's some people that would frown on that. I mean,
Chris, it's coaches like you that run players off too.
I've never run a player off. What are you talking about? What? It's can or can't, man. It's can or can't. That's all I'm saying.
All he was telling them, dog, y'all won one game this year, man. And I done seen y'all film. Because contrary to popular belief, we've been working this deal for a month. Y'all might think we just talk about it today. That's what Deion and the man and your boy. What's the AD name? He really told it.
Rick George.
Rick George said, "Man, I've been out there for a month. I've been on the road for 2 months trying to figure this thing out." So, but I see what Jimmy's saying. Jimmy, you was too worried about. Let me tell you something, y'all. Jackson State gonna be in good hands. What you need to be aware, Ashley, who gonna be your next hire? Ashley, you struck gold right now. I'm even heard Jimmy. They was telling me about the swagger that Ashley usually walk around the courts, around the stadium with. Neither him or Deion had that. They both. It was something heavy on both of those guys on Saturday afternoon. It was a very, very emotional day. Even Deion, if you saw some of the videos, I heard Deion tell him, "Let's get this thing. Oh, come on, the ceremony to give them the trophy." He said, "Let's get this over. I got to get in there and talk to my players. Then he got in and talked to the players. And that's when he came in, Chris. The first thing he said, in this business as a coach, you're going to be either elevated or terminated. Ain't no old graveyard for coaches to go. You just gonna either be this or this. And he said, "Hey, I decided to work on this elevation." And then he also recommended Coach T.C. Taylor should be the next coach. He recommended a succession, a guy that these kids who was his offensive guy the first year he was there. And so I mean, it's a unique situation, man. I mean, it's I'm not blaming Deion. Deion, you got to think about it. You, Jimmy, didn't take this boy serious because he played for Jackson State. You ignored he was a 4-star, and you gonna ask me, is he better than another player? And this boy, just because, but now this boy going to a Power 5, Deion Sanders. And now he go throw 32 touchdowns and 6 interceptions this year. And Chris, I went back and looked at all 6 of the interceptions he threw this year. He threw over 6, Chris. And guess what? They was his fault. The defense, it wasn't the defense that made a good play. He threw it. He was a bad play by him. So he's going to get better. Now that kid going to be on a bigger stage. If he go have a good year like that again, guess what? He able to y'all take him serious as a Heisman just because he went to a PWI.
Well. Now I just sent you I just sent you the clip, Adam, and I'm reading you quote unquote from Deion Sanders, and you tell me this sound. I'm just reading you quote unquote. Might have been 2 different conversations what you saw on the video. The one that I saw, it says, and here's what he quoting him: "It ain't gonna be no more of a mess that these wonderful fans, the student body, and some of your parents have put up with for probably 2 decades now. I'm coming, and when I get here, it's going to be changed. So I want y'all to get ready to go ahead and jump in the portal and do whatever you're going to get, because if more of you jump in, the more room you make." That was him talking directly to the room of players who were in the
Jimmy, do you know what that means? But he come back and said, "I heard the talk out there." I'm trying to give you the whole overview. Are you just going by a clip? I went and heard the whole
Those his
thing.
words.
Yeah, but them
Those
is
his words.
But he's saying that because he know they've been talking shit. That's the point I'm trying to make.
But you gave an open invitation. That's called a call to action. You saying go do this.
Go do what you hold up. Excuse me. Go do what you've been saying you were gonna do. Okay.
And he say the more of y'all jump in, the more room you make.
Go do what you've been saying you're gonna do. That's all I was trying to tell you. I wasn't disputing what you got to go and find it. All I'm telling you is what the essence of it was. He heard the rumblings. Go do what you say you're going to do.
So that's the team.
That's who he was talking to. Yes.
What he's saying. You saying that you see that said that?
I didn't say he didn't say that. I was giving you context to why he said it. You take it as, oh, he's going to get, I got to go and find the video and send it to me. If you listen, Jimmy.
That ain't no listen. That's a quote. It ain't no listening. I quoted him. That's a quote.
You can take a quote out of context.
No, I read a quote. I can give an opinion of a quote out of context.
No, you can't. But the quote, hold up. But it was some came with the quote. That's the point I'm trying to. Well, forget it, because you're like that. Y'all got that a lot. I just gave it to you. It's very simple, and you still. I'm agreeing with the quote. I'm gonna repeat. I'm agreeing with the quote, but it was some context to the quote.
If you're agreeing with the quote, then you understand that.
Thank you, Corey Willis. Thank you. I'm glad you live. These clickbaiters over here, Robert, send me. I saw the whole interview, Chris, from beginning to end.
That wasn't a press conference that I got that he said that in. That wasn't a press conference.
It was when he went to greet the players. I know what he did.
Directly to those kids, to those young men.
Chris, okay. Hey, Jimmy, believe what you want, man. Believe what you want. Believe what you want. Believe what you want. You're getting like Chris. You're just like
But here's the question. The question is, what were you asking me, Jimmy? about it? Was it appropriate for
Well,
him to do that then?
asking you in regard to my question was in regard to the transfers coming in. It's roughly 60 people on the football team. Well, let's say 30 of them are integral, just primary components on the first stringers. I'm saying. So if you're going to bring about maybe a dozen, probably of yours, right, from Jackson State. I'm just saying maybe the over and under might be about a dozen, right? Then you're going to go to the portal to get players that would not make the jump to Jackson State, but they maybe make the jump, right, to Colorado. So you got to go and get those players now. Now, in Colorado, there's going to be some players that he's going to recruit to stay there. How many? We don't know yet. Everybody ain't going to jump.
He know exactly who he gonna keep right now.
And just like so now, what do you do? My question to you, Chris, what do you do? Once again, if you're at Jackson State and you were already on your transfer portal waiver, then you're going to possibly transfer again. And you can't do that without sitting out. Or you got to file a waiver with the NCAA individually. It's not like they're going to kill, because he's not the only first coach that left their program and not there anymore. So you think that's why I asked you. So you think the NCAA going to say, oh, yes, they're going to feel sorry for Jackson State, and they'll say, well, your whole program gets to get an extra year of not sitting out if they want to transfer.
I don't think they're going to get extra year. They don't get an extra year, but they get that year to compete. I think there's going to be some stuff that when the coach leaves, you get them to do something different. That's just part of the transfer situation. Whether they have to sit out, I mean, I have to look at the rules a little bit more closely. But if a coach is allowed to leave, and the one thing that's hard about the NCAA rules is because it's almost like they turn a blind eye to the school is not recruiting them, the coach is. The school is not recruiting them. The science teacher ain't recruiting them. The cafeteria person is not recruiting them. The cheerleader coach is not recruiting them. The coach is recruiting them. They're coming there to play football. And when the coach who's recruited them, who's promised them stuff, who they have aligned themselves with is leaving, it's hard to say, I'm going to just stay at the school. So if the coach leaves, the kid should be allowed to leave, because the coach usually has a contract and he breaks his contract to leave. He's made a promise in contract to sign and say, I'm going to be here for 7 years, and leaves to get a better opportunity without penalty unless he has a huge buyout.
I got a question for you, Chris. Everybody ain't going to be happy in this situation.
I agree.
Somebody gonna be upset. It's gonna be some casualties, man, when they do stuff like this. It happens every year. So why are we worried about them kids gonna figure this thing out? Let me tell you something. I know Travis Hunter, for a fact, Travis Hunter, and he didn't tell Travis Hunter, man, we finna stay here for 4 years. If I get a job, I'm going and you coming with me.
Yeah, but the thing is, if he's again, I'm not trying to sit here and say I can look at Deion and blame him for leaving. I've said a million times, Deion, I don't want to say this, probably never should have gone to Jackson State, even though it may help his career immeasurably. Because if we give the Steve Nashes and we give Steve Kerrs and all these other Jeff Saturday's opportunities when they've never coached, why is it that we can't give guys like Deion a chance? But Deion had to go to Jackson State, and he proved himself that he could get it done, and he proved it for a lot of other people. See, Deion realized Deion just didn't prove something for himself. Deion just hoped to help a whole lot of other people get jobs too, because they say, well, if Deion could do it, then these people got to be able to do it too, which is nonsense. But that is the way this world works, and we know that. We know that. Well, man, I didn't think Deion can do it. But why do you think that guy can? So my thing is, with that being said, when the kids are involved, it always becomes sensitive. When kids are involved. So again, there are kids. I mean, you mentioned to the Jackson. I listened to the Jackson State thing when he left. There are kids in that room sitting there, man. I came to Jackson State to play for you. I could have gone to such and such school, and I came here because I believed in this HBCU thing because of you. My mom didn't believe in it. My dad didn't believe in it. And I came because of you, and now you are leaving. There are kids in that room saying that. I'm just telling you.
Awesome.
So, no, but that's real though.
I said it's awesome.
But they in
It's
their
awesome
mind,
on what awesome for who?
The kids are saying that. I mean, so what? I mean,
why is that awesome?
I
They
mean,
feel like they turned down.
if they
something
feel that,
hold on, and they feel the only person they would have done that for was Deion.
okay,
And then Deion left them.
okay. So guess what? Guess what? That same school, Ashley Robinson, if Deion was losing, he could have fired him. What y'all would have said that same dude who came there, Coach, I came to play for you, but they fired you. It's the same thing. If what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You can't just say it's one side and not say about the other. You can't have a yin and not have a yang.
I understand that, but if you're gonna give Deion credit, and you said before the roots being ripped out before they actually get the chance to flourish, that they lived the dream like Deion. Deion had a dream that he was gonna change everything. They said, "Okay, Deion, we're gonna jump in this boat with you," and Deion left before the boat was built.
But you didn't like that analogy I used earlier.
What do you mean?
You didn't like that.
It's not the way I'm liking it. I'm telling you from the kids' point of view and the parents' point of view.
I got Chris.
That's
Chris,
all I'm doing.
Chris, I'm gonna open it up one more time because I know you and Jimmy just don't like to hear me. I maybe if I talk in Ebonics, y'all might understand what I'm saying. Chris, he could have came there. Coach, I came to play for you. Ashley could have fired the coach. What that kid do then?
Okay, so
No. What that same kid y'all so worried about?
But they would have been locked in lockstep. They would have been in lockstep.
Okay, come on, Jim. Come on.
For him to get fired would be a string of dots that were connected downward. Meaning that for him to get fired, they ain't winning. For him to get fired, if you ain't winning, that means y'all ain't as good as y'all supposed to be. That's obvious. So that means for him to get fired, that means he didn't leave them. He got removed as a result of him not successfully fulfilling what was expected of him in his contract, and that's to win ball games. That's the story. They already had fans. They already were the most attended historically black college and university in the United States of America was Jackson State. Before he got there, nobody had higher attendance than Jackson State football on a yearly annual basis. So if he got fired, that was because more than likely, that was because he wasn't doing his job. And as far as producing, doing whatever it takes to get some wins. He did whatever it takes to get them the amenities that they can get. They got them new suits, got them some budgetary stuff, got them some uniforms, got Under Armour to come up on them. Now it's going to be interesting because Colorado State is Nike. They're not Under Armour. So now this is a whole new. But however, they have a former Under Armour administrator in the administration in Nike right now. Relationships goes a long way.
I disagree with Mars Cross. I disagree with Mar. He said a kid. Y'all like to have it both ways. I see that. Y'all like to have it both ways. Y'all don't understand this. In this business of, we got a guy that worked in this, but he's so CBS conscious, he won't tell the truth. And then we got Jim is just gonna say whatever. So we let the kids down again. How in the hell the kids still got a scholarship there? The hell you talking about, Mara sponsor? How you let the kid? They didn't take the kid's scholarship.
They can,
but they didn't.
They don't do it after the term is over with. They can.
Well, if they take the kid's scholarship, that means the kid ain't no good. That don't no good.
That's not true.
Think about this, Adam. Let me ask you a question. You're Deion Sanders. I'm one of the best recruits in the country. And everybody around me is telling me, man, do not go play for HBCU, man. Go play at North Carolina for Mac Brown. Let me finish. Go play for Mac Brown. Don't do it. Do not do it. The first time Deion get a chance to leave, he's going to leave. Don't do it. They don't have great resources. Don't do it. You'll never this. And you like, no, man, I'm going to take a chance on Deion and Jackson State.
Well, don't go.
Hold on. And you go there, And you get there, and what does Deion do? Leave. I'm just telling you how the other side look at it too, Jeff.
Well, maybe the other side need to watch this show when I talk. Because I done told y'all several times, don't go to these universities for these coaches.
Why not? What you gonna go for?
Because the coach might be leaving.
Oh, you see, now you talking crazy now.
No.
Now you're not being realistic.
No, keep going for these coaches then. And then when they leave, you can't say nothing then. Well, I thought Chris Walker would have been, hold up. Chris Walker would have left. If somebody had gave Chris Walker some more money, he'd gone like a turkey through the cone.
But Hatter, you just said Deion Sanders changed everything at Jackson State.
I'm telling you, listen to me. You better go because the institution, I told you, it's the root. The institution going to be there. The institution, you don't have to agree with me. Me and you think different. Me and him think different. Hey, if y'all agree with me, I probably think I was wrong. So that's why I'm not. I don't want you to agree.
That there are kids that are saying, I want to go to University of Memphis and not saying, I want to go play for Penny Hardaway. You are tripping right now.
Because them people could have fired Penny when y'all was trying to get him fired.
They want to play for Penny. They go because of Penny. Come on, man.
Hey, Chris, you can think like that all you can think like that all you want to.
So you don't think they go to play for Penny?
Coach, it's flawed. We need to teach our damn kids better then, Chris. If you're going there to play for Penny Hardaway, if you're going there to play for Chris Walker, you got to be at your rabbit mind, mama. If you're going to play for one of these coaches, you're going to play for Rob Lanier and Jimmy feeling sorry. You're going to play for people that people feel. No, you can like the coach. Listen to me. I ain't telling you not to like the coach, but you better love the university. Because when you sign the letter of intent in the sky, you're signed to the university, not the coach.
But Hatter, this is what
y'all got to be out your mind.
This is one of the reasons why they came up. Why they implemented the rules of the transfer portal, because the NCAA came to understand that there are a large percentage of prospects who do sign because of the coach. So so people were saying these guys would be trapped because they got to get a waiver to play if the coach up and leave. So the NCAA, one of the things they concessed to was, okay, you know what, you might be right. We do understand that not many people want to go to Durham, North Carolina if Coach K wasn't there. We understand that you wouldn't want to go to the middle of Alabama if Coach Nick Saban wasn't the coach there.
Correct.
The NCAA is just as dumb. If they make that, they just see y'all talk negative about the NCAA, and now you're holding them up as the moral
made concessions. I said they concessed.
No. Now you hope the NCAA is helping the kids out. I'm telling you.
No. It's helping the coaches
I'm
out.
telling you.
Their obligation is to their member schools.
Parents.
Correct.
Parents.
So what they did was, Hatter, listen, what the NCAA did was it gave the coaches a chance now to be able to recruit, because it was being held, it wasn't, and to be able to get kids into their program without having to sit out a year.
Hey, send me a Sims. Because you saying something don't mean nothing to me. You listen to us. We're not listening to you. All I'm telling you, when you go to these schools with your smart ass, send your son to a school and follow a coach. And if the coach leave him, then you be mad at the coach. Take your butt and follow one of these. Herb Baker said it best. Herb Baker said, all of these lying-ass coaches. So you gonna follow these lying-ass coaches to these universities. All I'm telling you is you better like the university too. Because those coaches will leave. And you say I'm wrong, you got to be at your rabbit ass mind. What else y'all got to say, man? The hell I'm wrong about letting you know you better have a marriage between understanding that coach can leave. That's all I'm telling y'all. The coach can leave.
They don't go, but if that was the case, then why they leave so much when the coach still stays? Most of them leave, then the coach is there and they leave. The transfer portal is mostly full of guys that leave when the coach didn't get another job.
So maybe they just didn't come for the coaches then.
Maybe they don't like.
Whoa. You helping my argument. Coach, they leave. Hold on, no. I'm not going to let you get away with this one.
I'm listening.
They leaving these same coaches that they coming to follow. And they leaving.
They leaving the school too.
The hell out of here, man.
They leaving the school
Y'all,
too.
hey, y'all better elevate your thinking, what you're saying. Because you can't just tell me anything.
They leave it. Hatter, you trying to tell me that when your son went to Cornell, that it didn't matter if that dude was the coach? Come on, Hatter. Yes, it did.
Excuse me.
It did matter.
Excuse me. I like the coach, but I love the university better. I wouldn't even been looking at that. Excuse me. It was going to be an Ivy League anyway.
Right, exactly. So
if I didn't like that coach, we'd have been at Columbia. If I didn't like that coach, we'd have been at Princeton. I wanted him to go get that particular education. If Chris Walker was there, I probably would have let him stay there.
But there were other coaches that you didn't like as well as you liked him. That's all I'm saying. So you can't separate
I didn't say
them.
I didn't like. Hold up. Listen to me, because y'all take it to the stream. You got the Chris Walkers and the Jimmy Hicks and the Simeon Sims of the world. Y'all take it to the stream. I say you better have understanding that the coach might leave. Let me repeat that. Have an understanding that the coach is a possibility. And I hope this, maybe if I talk, let me talk hood talk. You got to know, man, if you're on the street, your gal might leave. Some more ignorant ass shit like that. All I'm telling y'all is have an understanding, young players, when you go to this college, that the coach might leave. The college ain't going nowhere. The coach might leave. That's all I had to say.
When black kids went to Georgetown back in the day, you've been to Georgetown, you know that area.
Oh, my God.
Do you think they went to Georgetown because of Georgetown and the
I didn't say that they didn't.
John Thompson? Or they went to play for John Thompson?
You know what?
Think when kids went to play for UNLV, they went to UNLV because of Vegas?
I'm done. I don't even want to hear that. I'm done. I am done. I'm done even talking to you. Y'all can finish the conversation yourself. I'm done. I said have an understanding that the coach may leave. You ain't heard that yet. Neither one of y'all. He over there sitting looking like whoever.
Of course a coach can leave. But we're saying why they go to the school.
You said a kid was sad and mad. Y'all, Deion done left these kids behind.
No, I'm just saying
if my son has an understanding that the coach might leave, son, at any point, maybe he wouldn't be so damn sad. That's all I'm telling you. I'm trying to prevent the sadness. And y'all around here trying to get y'all point across and go put up and go Google stuff.
Man, you silly, man. You know.
Y'all keep Googling. Keep Googling. That's all I'm saying.
What are we Googling?
Whatever y'all Google. All I'm telling y'all is.
But keep putting the comments up of Tanya you put up before. Put her last comment up.
What she say? Dude, I'm talking.
Put that last one up.
Okay,
keep the same energy.
I don't care if she agree with you and him.
You conveniently put everything prior to on the screen that was convenient.
Guess what?
With you.
Maybe she got wax in her ears like you. Because what I did say.
You just did a while ago with Chris, you did a classic Hatter pivot.
No.
That's all you did.
Because I'm Robert Hatter.
They got the Harlem Shuffle, the Electric Shuffle. Yeah. You got the Zydeco Shuffle. Yeah. You did the Harlem Shuffle just
then. No, it wasn't the Harlem Shuffle. All I did is I gave you information that your ass can't comprehend. So you might call it the hokey pokey, or turn the girl around. If you don't understand, you don't understand. It's okay. It's okay. But all I said was, please don't let parents talking about Travis Hunter only came to Jackson Cape.
Yeah,
even if Travis Hunter.
No, that's not true.
Listen to me. No. Listen to me. You ignorant. Travis Hunter. Even if Travis Hunter came to the university because of Deion Sanders, he got to expect that Deion Sanders would leave. That's the only point I made, and you two clowns ain't picked up on that yet. You two ain't picked up on that yet.
So you said the kid should go there because of more than the coach, because the coach could leave. Now tell him to stay there since Deion's leaving.
That was not the argument. That's not what I was talking about. That ain't what I was talking about.
That's the
you talking about, well, here go Jimmy. Well, what's going to happen to the poor guys that's at Jackson State?
That's the exact.
He's still at Jackson State. Have they put him out of school yet?
He's going to leave. Come on, Hatter.
So you're saying the kid going to leave?
He going to go with Deion.
Now ain't talking about Travis Hunter. We talking about the other kids.
Which one?
The one Jimmy was talking about y'all feeling sorry for. See, man, let me tell you something. It's hard talking to y'all. It's hard talking to y'all. I done figured it out.
Here's the thing that you're trying to wipe this
Hey, Jimmy, I got to go. I ain't got time to stay on this. So I'm going to let you get your point across. Because I don't.
You're trying to wipe this with a broad brush. And I'm saying to you, there's going to be at least 10, I said it earlier, at least 10 is going to go with them. Then there's going to be another 10 that's right, that were starters at Jackson State that were in there that might have came on the transfer portal, out of the portal, I mean, right? They're upperclassmen, maybe not seniors, maybe junior, whatever they may be, but they came as a way of the portal. They may try to go and then they're going to learn that Colorado State will say, oh, just wait. They're going to have to play now. Just wait. In other words, we don't need you on the boat right now because we got something coming from somewhere else as your position that might be a little better than you. And so now those people,
I agree with that. That ain't what I'm talking about.
Those are the players that got the same spiel because guess what? Travis Hunter was a unicorn in this situation. He was the most highest coveted prospect in Jackson State uniform besides his son.
Not according to Chris.
So
I didn't say that. You need to stop. You better
come on, Jim.
So the thing is, here's the thing. What happens, man? Just look at this on a more serious note. Those are the players that are left there. The other ones are gone. We don't even know it. They're gonna put their name in the portal if they haven't done this already. But those other ones is gonna try. And they're going to find a spot for them, possibly. They're going to find a destination. But what happens is, eventually, after these furniture gets moving around in the room in the next couple of weeks over these holidays, Jackson State is going to be in a situation where they could possibly be back to square one. They are less than square one with talent-wise. So that means now this experiment, Jim. This dream, Jim, this fantasy,
Jim, I'm ready to end this show, man.
Upon us.
Y'all giving me a headache. Remember, y'all giving me a headache. Not you, Jimmy. Tanya, you're not listening. Since you want me to put up, she's still talking about somebody going. Listen to me. I don't care. Listen to me. I'm telling you, I know people go to schools for the coaches. But all I told you is, Tanya, read my lips. Because you don't know what the hell you're doing. All I said was, be prepared and understand that the coach might leave. How in the hell did why you putting this back? Why are you coming after that again? I said, be prepared that the coach might leave. I'm going to repeat that. Be prepared that the coach might leave. The man said coaches come what? To be elevated or terminated. Coaches come and coaches go. So that's all I was trying to say. And you talking about I'm tap dancing. I'm a hell of a tap dancer then because I know what I was talking about. Y'all talking about something else. Y'all talking about the little boy that got left behind.
Well, what the hell? If you saying that if it was your child, you wouldn't be saying that.
Because I told my child not to go for the coach, go for the university. Thank you.
Let me say this.
Thank you.
I'm going to leave it alone after this.
Yeah, leave it alone because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. This is one of your worst days in the world.
Deion is a disruptor. When you're a disruptor like Deion, you got to get people to do stuff that they would not normally do. There are kids out there that go play for certain schools that would never play for an HBCU. And Deion, not just Travis Hunter, he flipped other kids too. So now when you make a decision outside of the box that other kids would never have made, and you're a parent, and he leaves, and you can't go to Colorado with him, you feel betrayed. Jimmy, does that make sense or not? I don't understand. That's not crazy.
I mean, that's the thing is
That
now,
ain't what I'm talking about. We just talking about two different. We talking about two different
went
things. Y'all
because
keep
of
talking.
him.
Y'all keep talking, because I'm not talking about what y'all talking about. Keep talking.
At Jackson State,
talk.
once again, this whole concept and the whole movement, that's what Deion gone. That's great. Understand the assistant coaches. Every assistant coach is not going to go with him. So when you're saying the assistant coaches, people say, well, the coaches, they made $70,000 at Jackson State. They're going to make about $300 apiece. He has like a $5 million budget to pay his assistant coaches with, allegedly. Well, okay, if that's fine and dandy. The thing is, what happens now is over at Jackson State. This whole movement, this was something that we had basically had dreamed about. It gave substance to a conversation and a thought process. The what if our top black kids went to HBCU? Well, it would have taken all of the dots to line up properly for it to happen. Well, it happened with Deion Sanders and Jackson State because people were seriously, prospects from all over were still lining up and waiting and delaying their transfer and their college decisions to see what was going to happen. Well, now, what happens now? The next coach that comes through that attempts to run this blueprint, this play out of the playbook, and inspire black people to say no to the predominantly white institutions in favor of the HBCUs for the same or similar reasons that Deion presented at first, it would be easier to not believe them now. That's the thing. And it ain't, and guess what? It is what it is. But it's definitely going to set back this whole movement again, because now you get there, what if you get there and you're stuck? Like some people will be. Everybody is not going to.
How can you be stuck at a great university like Jackson State?
Because with badass water, with badass water and a bad atmosphere in one of the most racist, vile states in the union, and you're saying how, and your kid may be from up north or up west coast where there's no HBCUs at.
You need to quit watching TV. It ain't as bad as you say it is. It ain't as bad as you say it is. Okay,
no, I'm talking about through
one of the best.
I've
been on my HBCU tour. That's the best university that I've been. The greatest kids that I've ever been. The greatest environment I've ever been in. An HBCU. So I don't care what you calling it. Like, talking about some water.
Jackson State campus was better than Howard's.
What? Yes.
Nah, I don't know about that, Hatter.
Come on, man. No.
Well, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Don't take y'all two country asses down there and go to both of them. And then go to both of them and you tell me.
I've been to both of them.
Well, then you like, Jimmy, you might have